right. What day is this? Wednesday?
Yeah.
This is Wednesday. We're about to do something. Sell records. I guess. Yeah. All right. Let's start getting this shared. Close out all my apps. If you're not first, you're last. Okay, well, this is, man, I don't know. I feel like we've been full force, and I still don't know what's going on. So nothing new. I'm about to bring over some new vinyl, though. We had a lot of cool stuff left over from last night. I got to do a flip video of some sort and get everybody updated on what's going on. Let me get this shared. I really don't have any. This show, we don't have any previews or anything. It's just been like, y'all know to show up and buy records, right? So that's what we're going to do. Let me get it shared in the group, and that's about the only place I have to share it. Do you have any fish? I've got Sigma Oasis, which is somewhere right in here. We had it last night. I got Sigma Oasis on colored vinyl. It is $36.99. Alrighty. But if you want that, just hold on. There's no selling in about the first 5 minutes because I'm not even looking at the screen. But give me a second. We'll start showing stuff and selling stuff and tagging stuff and shipping stuff and pricing stuff. I need an intervention. Completely addicted. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Why does that say something? Oops, something wrong. Try reloading the page. I did. It's working. Driving blind tonight. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't see. That's weird. I got an error message, but I can still see comments. Yeah, tonight I really don't know what's going on. Tanner's currently rolling up tonight's crates. Man, it's just one of those nights. We really have a lot of new stuff to show you, but you don't know what's coming, and we really don't either. I'm hoping more people will comment soon. I have 3 pounds of bacon and 28 Miller Lights. Good gracious. That's a lot of... That's not good for your heart. All right. So, I'm going to start with a crate of new vinyls. I'm going to... Oop, did I just say vinyls? My bad. A crate of new vinyl. There is... The plural form of vinyl is vinyl. I hear so many people badly say that so much. Oh my gosh. Yeah, somebody just ate 3 pounds of bacon and drank 28 Miller Lights. They're ready to buy records. I was like, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to start with... Man. All right. Let's see. Walt Cruz, is that Publix watching? I love Publix. Yeah, the deli, I wish it was closer to the store. One side of Lebanon to the other takes like 20 minutes, and we're not even a big city. Yeah, if it was like right down the road, yeah, I'd be there 2 or 3 times a day. Grocery stores fascinate me. I know enough about business and logistics, about getting stuff in and pricing it. Grocery stores fascinate me because they only get stuff in every day and put it out, but they also have to sell it by a certain date. Especially like fruit and vegetables. It amazes me. Grocery stores. I walk around in there and people's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just fascinated by retail." So, okay. Here we go. Ghost. Impera. This has a 28-page book with it. Ghost Impera. $29.99. Ghost Impera. I work at Publix in Murfreesboro. John, that's our record price. He actually left Publix to work here, and he'd been there his whole life. So I was very grateful of that. But yeah, I've got a lot of Publix stories from him. Red Hot Chili Peppers, by the way, $39.99. That is 2 LPs. That is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, by the way. We finally got a restock of that and only have one of them. I don't know if we didn't get the rest or I only had one left over from my last back order, but very popular album. And I need to order a bunch of them, like Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Also, Talking Heads 77. We don't have a lot of new Talking Heads in stock. This album, we sold an OG of it the other night. It was very pricey because it was in such good condition. But this is a newly remastered, sealed one. They are $31.99 for Talking Heads 77. I also have Queens of the Stone Age, Like Clockwork, and I think this is the one. No, I'm just going to say it's on black vinyl unless I know for sure. But that's Queens of the Stone Age, $36.99, Like Clockwork. Rancid and Out Come the Wolves is $29.99. Brent Hall wants some Talking Heads. First sale of the night, Ring the Bell. Brent Hall gets Talking Heads. If anybody else wants on that waiting list, let me know. I have spent so much time lately ordering new vinyl. We've got 5 crates to show you tonight of new vinyl, 4 crates of vintage, and then a whole crate of Japanese stuff to auction. Whew. It's going to be full pace. I've also got a few things. We might spoil you with a couple samples. They might not be for sale, but some stuff that's in that punk and metal collection for the next couple nights. Frank Zappa, The Rare Tapes Broadcast, the Garden City, New York, New Year's Eve, 1974. Frank Zappa, $39.99. Matthew Christ wants Queens of the Stone Age, and Mike Massey on Rancid. Alrighty. We have Frank Zappa, $39.99. And Sabotage. We got a bunch of Sabotage albums tonight. I have never listened to this album, but this cover makes me want to. I love this cover. It's a lenticular, looks like a pirate ship, and it looks like the sails are moving. That's on 2LP orange vinyl with lenticular cover and book. That is $59.99. Don Unstad on Frank Zappa. Don Unstad on Zappa. We're like 80% so far tonight. There's not much left so far in this first crate. Sabotage is $59.99. I've got 2 of those. The Wake of Magellan. If you missed the title, I may have not said it yet. The Wake of Magellan, based on 2 real-life events. Wow, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'd like to listen to that, and it really makes me want to open it up. Don't show any punk unless you want to sell it. Yeah, I might throw something up for auction here in a minute. Surprise everybody. Van Halen, Women and Children First. Van Halen, Women and Children First, $31.99. So the Van Halen bin was near empty. We only have fair warning. We were out of everything, especially the Sammy Hagar stuff, because it's never been pressed on vinyl. Never been pressed recently on vinyl. Sabotage. This one is called Poets and Madmen, and that is 2LP, glow-in-the-dark vinyl, glow-in-the-dark white vinyl, exclusive 7-inch on splatter vinyl. There's some pretty cool Sabotage albums tonight. I've listened to a lot of their stuff. I like it. Van Halen, So Did Devin Reese. Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. That is new and sealed, $36.99. I've got 2 copies, 2 more copies. We had 2 more last night. David Bowie, We Can Be Heroes, just for one day, $31.99. David Bowie Heroes, got 2 of those. U2 October, Brandon Jackson wants Public Enemy. So we went from Sabotage to Public Enemy to David Bowie, and now to the punk rockers from Ireland, U2 October. That is limited edition cream vinyl, $36.99 with 16-page booklet. That is $36.99. Sabotage Poets is $54.99. The Sabotage albums are a little bit pricey compared to just a standard, but you get some really cool packaging. These are amazing jackets. Tip on, I guess those are Stoughton. They definitely look like it. And it always comes with a book and bonus. They're on colored vinyl. They're really good. And those technically may be imports. So U2 and Punk. Yeah, that's what, I don't know. Their first couple albums are a little bit punky, but not compared to some other things. Scott Sneed takes Sabotage Poets. We sold a U2 to Richard Allen. I've got one left, and that is on cream-colored vinyl. Cream-colored vinyl with 16-page book. I've been curious. I've been wanting to open one of those and see what the booklet looks like. See what's on here. Gloria, that's a great song, of course. I Fall Down is a good one. Fire. Which other one do I know? October. I don't. recall the rest of it though. So, ZZ Top referred to as Pop. Yeah. Bob McKinney, Chad, I better get a Van Halen. Thanks. Bob McKinney wants a Van Halen. I don't have any more Public Enemy, but if you want on the waiting list, this is Wednesday. We should have them by the end of the week to get them on this invoice. So if you do want a Public Enemy or anything you've seen me sell out of, let me know. This should sell out because I didn't know I could get it on red vinyl. I had it back ordered and then they shipped me some. This is Wasp, self-titled on red vinyl. Very cool. $44.99. Wasp, $44.99 on Madfish. So Martin, if you want a Public Enemy, I could have them in for this week's invoice. Worst case scenario, they come in like on Monday, and then they'll be on the next invoicing. But usually stuff we have waiting list for on Wednesday, we can get it in. So Martin Pryor does want a Wasp. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Michael Nath is $39.99. That's where I was about to restart the crate. $39.99. That's for By the Way. I definitely need to order more of those. Ghost and Pyrrha is $29.99. That should be on colored vinyl, but it doesn't say it is, but it does have a, maybe that's the indie part of it. It's a 28-page book. I'm not for sure. Martin does want on the Public Enemy list. Michael Nath takes a Red Hot Chili Peppers, and we got Sabotage, The Wake of Magellan. Sabotage, The Wake of Magellan, $59.99. Josh, can you check in the office? It's a Japanese crate. I think the first record should be Elton John, Too Low for Zero. That's tonight's crate. That's stuff we didn't even touch last night. So Sabotage, $59.99. The other one was $54.99. We've got 2 copies of David Bowie Heroes, $31.99. U2 October, limited edition, cream vinyl. We've had that one, and there's some more U2 coming up tonight. I ordered whatever I could of theirs in stock. And then Wasp on red vinyl, self-titled Wasp, $44.99. I still got 4 of those. We got 5 crates of new vinyl tonight. We have 4 crates of vintage. Yeah, let me pull. John went ahead and brought it up here. I do have some stuff from that at Austin collection, but it's just tagged with gray. John cleaned some stuff and graded it. I really don't have a lot of information on them yet. Probably a lot of people's like, that's okay, Chad. Go ahead and sell them. But we may need to wait on that. So when this album comes up for sale, it's always like there's a lot of people wanting it. So the last couple times I've had really nice ones, I've put them up for auction. This one has some stray marks on it. They're scuffs, but overall, it's still a really nice copy. And of course, we've had those new analog cuts. No luck. I may have, let's see, is there some crates behind the counter? What did I do with those? Because there was also, it may be as soon as you walk in to the right, maybe. But what I was saying, this is about an EX Plus copy. It has some scuffs, unfortunately, like some sleeve scuffing. It's not perfect, but I went ahead and just pulled this out of the bin. Billy Squire, Don't Say No. The cover is really nice. It's in shrink wrap, and it has the inner sleeve. $15 start for that. $15 start for Billy Squire, Don't Say No. There's auction number 1. Darren wants Sabotage, Wake of Magellan. It's a cool record. I don't even know if I will like the music. I'm sure I will. But if anything, that's an awesome cover. That's I give that cover of the year. So Billy Squire, $15 start. I'm grabbing our next crate of vintage. I'm actually going through it right now. And John had a couple things tagged for me. I don't know if Brian Hummel or any of the other Deadheads are watching, but this is something I just got with that Lewisburg collection. This is a really nice copy of Shakedown Street, The Grateful Dead. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, well, if anything, I just need a crate of Japanese. That's probably it, though. This is EX Plus, Near Mint Minus, copy of Grateful Dead, Shakedown Street. Does have some writing. Does have a little bit of writing there, a name, and it's a 1978 Hub Serval press. Near Mint Minus, 1978, and that is a $30 start. $30 start. I get hypnotized by the lenticular. That's a really cool cover. 30 on Grateful Dead. Billy Squire has a bid. Let me grab our next crate of records. Let me make sure. He had that one tagged for an auction. I'll make sure there's nothing else in here that was supposed to be tagged for an auction. I don't think there has been. Yeah, this first crate's really nice. If there was a crate in, if there was something in here we were supposed to auction, then it won't be priced, and I'll pull it out. But this first crate of vintage is really good. Grateful Dead is a $30 start. Terrapin Station is the one a lot of Grateful Dead collectors are always wanting a nice copy of. Terrapin Station, Terrapin Station. They need to press some more of that on new remasters. They need to do them on colored vinyl. You know, these deadheads would love some, you know, collectability stuff, right? Colored vinyl, lenticular. Wouldn't that look cool in a lenticular cover or something? You know, just something to spice up the pot. Imagine if they reissued all Pink Floyd stuff on colored vinyl. It'd be an explosion of sales. Tim Holloway is at 15 on Billy Squier. Josh Ragland, you were second, so Tim has that for 15. And Tony's at 30 on the Grateful Dead. This first, this is some really good vintage stuff, so I'll get right away showing it. If you're watching, I hope you know how to buy. If you're watching new for the first time, welcome. You'll find out pretty fast how to buy stuff. Bob Dylan at Budokan. This is a 1978 promo copy, $49.99. This is a white label promo. Whoever had all the bacon and beer should get lenticular cover. Yeah, they're going to get dizzy and probably a little sick. Zappa in New York, $49.99. Hadn't seen this in a while. It's also a gold stamp promo. Really nice copy. The label isn't marked promo, but that's about as nice as you can get. I can go ahead and tell you these first two records are from that Bowling Green collection. Very nice stuff. So Dylan, Zappa, both promo copies. And the Beatles for Sale, a 1984 UK pressing, $39.99. $39.99. Billy Squier is at 20 with Tim Holloway. Grateful Dead is at 35. Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. And this record has the booklet and the single with it. This is $34.99. This has the really nice vinyl too. This has the book with it and the 45 single. It does have a piece of tape on the cover. That's not coming off. We've already tried. So immediately a VG Plus cover because of that tape. Nice copy though. Christopher Cross, $9.99. Christopher Cross, $9.99. Pretty clean copy. And Boz Scaggs Middleman. That is $19.99 for Mr. Boz Scaggs. Boz Scaggs Middleman, $19.99. Leonard Skinner, Give Me Back My Bullets. I contemplated putting this up for auction because it had been a while since we've had one. It's an EX Plus, the near mint minus copy. Black MCA label, $34.99. Very nice copy. Give Me Back My Bullets. I don't know the last time I've had one of those in a bin. It's been a while. At least a nice one. We probably have a couple beat up ones in the back. That's very common for that record. Boz Scaggs Silk Degrees, $19.99. And we have ZZ Top Eliminator. Always get nice copies of these, and they always sell $34.99. $34.99. ZZ Top Eliminator. Very, very nice. Okay, back up to the top. We had Grateful Dead at 30, and then we had Grateful Dead at 35, 32. Black Sabbath was at 20. Bob McKinney was first to the Stevie Ray Vaughan. Then we had a $35 bid on the Grateful Dead. Alice Lowry first to Christopher Cross. Brian C. wants the Zappa in New York. Really nice copy of that. Darwin, you were second on the Christopher Cross. And Susie wants on the Public Enemy waiting list. We will do that. Susie, you listen to all kinds of music. Public Enemy, Pink Floyd. Let's see. Billy Squier. Billy Squier, last bid I seen was Tim Holloway at $20. Going once, going twice. And then final call on the Grateful Dead, we got Roy Emmons at $35. Roy Emmons is at $35 on the Grateful Dead. The Leonard Skinner is $34.99. None of these are check condition copies, so just some of them though when I'm pulling them out. You know, if they're flirting with that EX Plus grade instead of near mint minus, I'll go ahead and say that. But they're all, this is a bin of just, none of it's check condition. Pat Travers, Making Magic, $19.99. Pat Travers, Making Magic, red Polydor label. Nice copy, $19.99. Progressions of Power, Triumph, $24.99. Gold stamp promo, Triumph, Progressions of Power. Very nice. I like their stuff. Just recently started listening to it. Randy Scarborough on Leonard Skinner. He said sold. David Chilcote is now at 40 on the Grateful Dead. Tony was at 37, and Joe Sloop wants Triumph. I'm about to sell Billy Squire. Joe Sloop got Triumph. Looks like Calvin Ward was second. Dire Straits is $39.99, and I probably can call this one a top copy. It's in shrink wrap with the hype sticker, and it's extremely nice. That is $39.99. Grateful Dead's at 40 with David Chilcote, and Billy Squire is about to be sold. I was just making sure everybody was out. Asia, $19.99. Self-titled Asia. This is Asia, $19.99. Really nice copy. Yeah, there we go. There's the inner. I was about to say, this is the inner sleeve, right? It is. Brent Hall's in on Billy Squire. He was one of the ones I was waiting to say out, but looks like he's back in. And Grateful Dead is at 40 with David Chilcote. Chet Atkins, stay tuned. $9.99. $9.99 for Chet Atkins. Night Ranger, Midnight Madness, $26.99. We had a sealed OG copy of this the other night. Nice copy there. $26.99. Midnight Magic, Night Ranger. Kansas, Audio Visions, $19.99. Audio Visions, $19.99. Tony back in on the Grateful Dead. Bruce Hornsby in the Range, Scenes from the South Side. Scenes from the South Side, $24.99. Head East, Flat as a Pancake, featuring their hit song, Never Been Any Reason, $24.99. Never Been Any Reason. That's a great one for you to think about me. James Bragg, first on Kansas. That's sold to James Bragg, Audio Visions. We've got Journey Frontiers, a nice, clean USOG, original inner sleeve, $19.99. Journey Frontiers, $19.99. Wow, Separate Ways. Send Her My Love. I like that one too. Faithfully. They were pretty popular. Did y'all know that? Journey? Just a little. Mark Shelton on BH. Bruce Hornsby sold to Mark Shelton. David Chilcote's out on the Dead. And Josh Ragland on Head East. The Dire Straits. Brent McKinney is first on Journey. First, Dire Straits is $39.99. I call that a top copy. It's usually maybe a little bit. But John said, it has a hype sticker. Are we going to auction it? I was like, let's just price it. Nice copy. $39.99. Okay. We're about to sell Billy Squire for $22. Brent Hall, if you're done, let me know. Or Brent Hall has it for $22. If everybody's done, please let me know. And then final call on the Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead. Tony Doyle's at $45. Tony Doyle's at $45. Hadn't seen this in a while. Fleetwood Mac Kiln House. This is $34.99. Fleetwood Mac Kiln House. K-I-L. Very nice copy too. Gatefold. I hadn't seen that in this kind of condition in a while. That's $34.99. Neil Young Decade. This is a triple LP set. I think we sold one last night. Here's another one. Extremely nice. This is like a Neil Young Hits. $49.99. Decade. All kinds of great music on here. Goodness gracious. Okay, Joe Wallace, if you don't want the Dire Straits, we're going to sell it to Josh. I call him Josh Uzi, but I think it's Ian Uzi. Josh Uzi on the Dire Straits. Only if Joe Wallace passes. We have a $25 bid on Billy Squire, and then Eli Tomlinson gets Fleetwood Mac. Tanner, that one was $34.99. $34.99. Sherry Darnell on Fleetwood Mac. Second on Fleetwood Mac. And Golden Earring Moontown with the original cover. Golden Earring Moontown, $39.99. Radar Love, original cover. Track Records, really nice copy. Really nice copy. Okay, Billy Squire is still going. We're on our first two auctions of the night. I think Grateful Dead I can do a final call on. Final call. Tony Doyle, $45. I'm about to sell that. Joe says he's going to pass on Dire Straits. James Bragg wants Golden Earring. Mike and the Mechanics, $19.99. Very good. Mike was in a band called Genesis. Big song on that one's called Silent Running. I've listened to the whole album before. It's very enjoyable. John Cougar Mellencamp, Scarecrow, $19.99. John Cougar, he's also known as John Mellencamp, $19.99. Well, I was born in a small town. That was recorded April 17th, 1985 at 12 o'clock noon. Wow. 1985. $19.99 on John Cougar Mellencamp. And we have, I think under this name, he was also John Cougar Mellencamp. The Lonesome Jubilee. Original inner sleeve. And that one is also $19.99. Okay. Let's sell some records. First, Jerry Stone put Mike, and that was for Mike and the Mechanics and Michael Herrera. You were first to Cougar. I'm pretty sure you will want this one, but you technically have dibs on that one too. So I've got you down for Scarecrow. If you want that one, let me know. Night Ranger was $26.99. I'm going to go ahead and sell the Grateful Dead to Tony Doyle for $45. And I'm going to go ahead and sell Billy Squire to Tim Holloway for $25. All right. That was almost a top copy. I love the word top copy. Michael just wants Scarecrow. Saints LP, yes. Let me find that crate. Josh brought up that stuff. I got to figure out what I've done with that. That was the auctions left over from last night. It's somewhere in the back. It should be as soon as you turn to the office to the right. So, let's see here. Huey Lewis and the News, $19.99. It's 2 words. Let's see. Night Ranger was Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness, $26.99. It's still in here. $26.99. What was its 2 words, Chris? Or did I miss something? And then Blues Records Tonight. There may be some mixed in, but not any that I'm really have seen. And then Tim Holloway says, I'll take the other JCM. And Darwin wants the Night Ranger. Okay. Louisiana's LaRue is $19.99. Top copy. Oh, yes. Top copy. Did I say that's my favorite word? The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, $19.99. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl. Back on the chain gang. Justin Cleveland, $16. I think I'm missing something here. Jimi Hendrix, Smash Hits. This one's in shrink wrap, $34.99. $34.99. All these records are sticker price. We have just literally put stickers on them. They are the price as marked right now. They are price as marked. Give me 1 second. I have found what I was looking for. I have found what I was looking for. Finally, the Saints LP. Yes, I guess that's something that I kind of overlooked last night. People kept asking about it. And I was like, what is that? Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just carried 2 crates of records up here. Yes, let's put this up for bid. I don't know a lot about it. The Saints, Eternally Yours. It has a gold stamp promo. It also has promo copy not for resale, Warner Brothers Records and Tapes, provided with the hope that you will use this for in-store play. The Saints, Eternally Yours, gold stamp promo, 1978 Los Angeles Press, near mint minus. Has the original inner sleeve. It's on Sire. $25 start. The Saints, Eternally Yours. That's our next auction. Yes, we have some Japanese pressings tonight, Howard. Alice Lowry first on Huey Lewis. Alice Lowry first on Huey Lewis. Michael Nath first on Jimi Hendrix. And let's see here. Was Pretenders an import? No, Pretenders is a U.S. press. U.S. press on Pretenders. And Saints is at $35.45. Okay, NXS, The Swing, $29.99. NXS, The Swing, original inner sleeve. Really nice copy, as in pristine. That is $29.99. Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle, is $19.99. And Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth, and this is $24.99. $24.99, Men Without Hats, and Steve Miller Band is $19.99. Okay, so Saints, 35, 25, 45, 50, 50, 55. Susie first to Steve Miller Band, and Paul Bills at 62 on the Saints. That must be a good one. I didn't even discogs it. That's now a verb in the Webster's Dictionary. Discogs it. Discogs it. Right, Tanner? Yeah. All right, let's do our next auction. I've never had a Japanese pressing of Too Low for Zero featuring I'm Still Standing. Elton John, Too Low for Zero. Really nice Japanese pressing. Has a little bit of wear around the edges. This is going to be a, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Probably another hit on there. It's got an obi with it. It has a Japanese insert. We're going to put this up for a $40 start. Elton John, Too Low for Zero. Let's see if we have any Elton fans watching. I'm one myself. I think I already have this one. I know I have at least one U.S. copy. I may have a sealed one. And if you put the inner sleeve in it like this, we had it outside of the cover, but it makes the cover kind of colorful there. That's a $40 start for Elton John, Too Low for Zero. All right, they're bidding on the Saints. There's Elton John. Let's go through this crate. Not much left. Gosh, that was almost a wipeout. Let's try to sell the rest of it. Bob Dylan at Budokan is a white label promo, $49.99. Bob Dylan at Budokan, white label, 2LP, $49.99. The Beatles for Sale is a UK press from 1984, $39.99. And Boz Scaggs Middleman, $19.99 for the Middleman, Boz Scaggs. And Silk Degrees. We got 2 Scaggs albums there. ZZ Top, Eliminator. If you're looking for hits, if you're a hit searcher. Legs, Sharp Dressed Man. Got Me Under Pressure. Give Me All Your Lovin'. This was their biggest album. That is $34.99. Pat Travers, Making Magic is $19.99. Asia, $19.99. The Heat of the Moment. Chet Atkins is $9.99. Neil Young Decade, Triple LP Hits Compilation, $49.99. Louisiana's LaRoe was $19.99. The Pretenders, Learning to Crawl, surprisingly still available, $19.99. This may be the most surprising still available. In Excess to Swing, $29.99. And Men Without Hats was $24.99. Bob Dylan's pretty nice. This album usually has some ring wear to it, if that's what you're looking for. It does have a punch hole. But it is a promo copy, so that's probably why. Very nice, 2LP. All right, high bid on Elton John is $45, and high bid on the Saints is $75. Craig, thank you for reminding me. But yes, Saints is at $75, Elton John's at $45. $45 and $75 on those 2 auctions. I'm going to grab another crate of the mini crates we have for tonight. If you're watching on Facebook, please make sure you share. You can share to your personal page. It's a big help out for us, especially tonight and last night's sale. We didn't even really advertise or promote, so we're kind of just flying blindly. We've got plenty of new records to show, but nobody really on any of our pages was notified we're having a sale. So the 232 people that are here, y'all just kind of already know to show up every night. We're selling records here, so at least Tuesday through Saturday. Sometimes I could do a Sunday show, especially a laid back one for like CDs and cassettes, but it's really hard to do it because of our invoicing. Pretty much at the end of the night, Saturday, we're done tagging and putting stuff in alphabetical order. So if I ever do something on Sunday nights, it would have to be for the next invoicing cycle. It would be a lot to explain to everybody, but we have hundreds of cassettes, we have hundreds of CDs, and we really are never going to have time to sell any of that. I've got posters and tour books and really cool collectibles, music-related posters. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about doing that recently. So, all right, let me do a final call on Elton John. Vicky has this for $45. Too Low for Zero, Japanese press. That's a final call for $45 to Vicky Wiley. The price on NXS was $29.99, Kristen. $29.99. The Saints was at $77, then $80. And let's see. I have lots of CD box sets. I've got in the back that Pink Floyd box set. What's it called? It's huge. I've got 3 of them. We've got box sets back there. I've got tubs and tubs of CDs. It is unbelievable. Okay. So, yeah, and gold coins and knives too. That's right. Okay, new vinyl. Savatage, The Edge or Edge of Thorns. Boy, I'm struggled with that one. Sabotage Edge of Thorns. It helps if you slow down. $49.99. 2 LP yellow vinyl. 12-page book. 45 RPM audio quality. That is $49.99. Let's go ahead and sell Vicky Wiley Too Low for Zero. Sell Vicky Too Low for Zero for $45. That is sold to Vicky. Aha. I'm looking, no joke. I'm putting up Japanese records here. I hadn't really ever got to see them. As usual, I'm seeing stuff for the first time. Marshall Tucker Band. Marshall Tucker Band. Where We All Belong. This is a 2 LP Japanese press. It's got a little bit of what we call foxing right here on the obi, which is some humidity discoloration. Nice gatefold, very colorful compared to the front. This does have a Marshall Tucker poster with it. This is a $35 start. There is the lyric insert. 2 LP, this is EX. I can't call this the renowned Japanese pristine, but it is very close, and that is $35 start. Marshall Tucker Band. EX, it's y'all know what to get. If you're getting an EX Japanese record, it's going to look really, really nice. Let's see. Sports cards do good in auctions. Yes, sports cards. Oh my gosh, we have a whole rack back there of just the good stuff. I get rid of all the cheap stuff because it takes up a lot of space. The Saints, up for bid right now, by the way, is the Saints. Somebody asked if it has the inside, if it has the inner sleeve. It does. This is a near mint copy on Sire. I'm not for sure which collection this came from. Has the original sleeve, has a promo stamp and a promo sticker. It is a near mint 1978 LA press. And Paul Bill is at $87. Adam Stein is at $90. Marshall Tucker Band, $35, $35, $40, $93, and $40. So Sabotage was $49.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid, $28.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid. That is a gatefold single LP. That's about the cheapest version of that they keep in stock in print, $28.99. Neil Young Harvest Moon, $36.99. Originals of this are not cheap if you can find them. Has that great song on it, Harvest Moon, Neil Young, $36.99. $36.99. Jerry Stone wants a Sabotage Edge of Thorns. Sell that to Jerry Stone. High bid on Marshall Tucker is $45. There is no punch hole. No. Just gold stamp there. It has this, I hope, Warner Brother play in store. But no punch holes, no saw marks. Sherry Darnell wants a Harvest Moon. Sell that to Sherry Darnell. Marshall Tucker's at $46 with Tommy Flowers. Sherry's out on that. If anybody else wants a Neil Young, let me know. I think we still got them in the bins, and I need to order more anyway. The Beatles Past Masters, $49.99. For those watching fairly new, Past Masters is all of the Beatles songs that were only released on singles that was not on any of their original studio albums, which when I read some of these tracks, it's hard to believe that none of these were on albums, but such as Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Paperback Writer, Rain, Lady Madonna, The Inner Light, Hey Jude, Revolution, Get Back, Don't Let Me Down, and that was just side 2 and a little bit of 3. That's $49.99, the Beatles Past Masters. U2, Unforgettable Fire, $36.99. This also has a book. I thought these were on colored vinyl. They actually may be and just don't have the hype sticker, but $36.99. And that's the good version. Yeah, that's the revved up version of Revolution. But yeah, Past Masters. I've sold a bunch of those. Okay, final call on the Saints. Paul Bill has the Saints for $93. Who's in, who's out? $93. And I'm going to say Marshall Tucker Band is sold to Chasin' Hart for $46. Tommy Flowers got that for $46. And David Eberly wants a U2. My favorite U2 album, The Unforgettable Fire, $36.99. Very good stuff on there. Very, very good stuff. Okay, next, Japanese auction. How about Chicago's Greatest Hits? This is also EX on the vinyl. It does have a little bit of foxing along the top up here. Really cool obi. Never seen that exact one. I don't know if I've had a Japanese press of this before. $35 start. This is Chicago's Greatest Hits. I forgot exactly what numerical it is. Chicago 11, maybe? Chicago 11 or 9. But yeah, great Great stuff here. 25 or 64. $35 start. Does anybody really know what time it is? Color My World. Just you and me. Saturday in the park. Feeling stronger every day. Number 9. I must be looking at the numerals upside down. Make Me Smile. Wishing You Were Here. I've been searching so long. You've all heard those. $35 start on Chicago. All right. Final call on the Saints. Bill Toe is going to take the Beatles Past Masters. That's sold to Bill. Graham Parsons, Grievous Angel. Graham Parsons, $29.99. Grievous Angel. It's so hard to find an original of that. Van Halen, 1984, is $38.99. Vicky is in on Chicago at $35. And I haven't had this U2 album in a while. $49.99. This is an anniversary pressing. 20th anniversary remaster of All That You Can't Leave Behind. There's U2 in the airport. I guarantee you, they don't fly in a commercial airliner, okay? Regardless of what this picture may leave you to believe, they are on their own jet. $49.99. Beautiful Day. What a great song. $49.99 for U2. The Offspring, Americana, $36.99. And the Counting Crows, Unplugged and Rare, the Acoustic Broadcast, $33.99. This is a 2LP. It is an unofficial press of the Counting Crows Unplugged, $33.99. Queens of the Stone Age, Villains, $46.99. This is limited edition white vinyl with etching. Includes a limited edition Boneface poster, $46.99 for Queens of the Stone Age. All right, let's go ahead and sell the Saints. That is sold to Paul Beal for $93. Vicky has Chicago for $35. That is going once, going twice to Vicky. I'm about to sell it to Vicky. And our next auction, let's do something out of the OG bin, which is going to be John Prine. John Prine's first album. This is a VG Plus on the vinyl. 4-digit SD 8296. John Prine. A important album in music history. This is going to be a $35 start. $35 start, John Prine. It is an OG press. No, it's not. This is 1975. 1975 PRC press. John messes with me sometimes when he puts the year. 71 is when this originally came out. 75 PRC press. $35 start, John Prine, self-titled. Okay, Dan Triaga wants a Van Halen, and that was probably for 1984. I guess that's the only one I've shown. Dan, let me know if that's right. Final call on Chicago at $35. Black Sabbath Mob Rules, $34.99 for Black Sabbath Mob Rules. That is the 2LP kind of expanded edition. Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill, $36.99. Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill. That is $36.99. Dan did want 1984. Thank you. We've got it. Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone, limited edition orange vinyl. Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone, $36.99. Also got a restock of Pearl Jam's Binaural, $41.99 for Pearl Jam Binaural. Jeff Johnson wants a Beastie Boys. We had an OG copy of that the other night. Patrick Carter on Slipknot. And James Bragg on CC. CC would be for... maybe he meant BB. Paul Brothers wants a Beastie Boys, and Bob McKinney wants a Slipknot. We'll figure out what James wanted first. Lots of people on Beastie Boys. It looks like I need to get more of those. Let me figure out what's also our next auction. James Bragg, let me know what CC. Maybe Counting Crows. Yeah, maybe Counting Crows. I guess that was in there too. So Jeff Johnson got a Beastie Boy. Patrick Carter got Slipknot. James Bragg, we're going to go ahead and tag him for Counting Crows. Paul Brothers on a Beastie Boys. David Hughes, I have ran out. So you're going to be the first on the wait list if that's okay, David. And I'm going to go ahead and sell Vicky Chicago for $35. All right. John Prine, looking for a $35 start on that. VG Plus 1975 copy. Okay, Van Morrison Moondance, $31.99. Moondance, we had some OGs of that we've been auctioning this week and past week. And we got a restock of the U.S. press of Smith's, which is a little bit cheaper. Meat is Murder, $29.99. Smith's Meat is Murder. Paul Brothers also wants the Offspring Americana. Chad is at $35 on John Prine. That's going once, going twice. I'm about to sell it. It's already been up for a few moments. Next auction is Alcatraz, a Japanese pressing of Alcatraz No Parole from Rock and Roll. Didn't know we had this tonight. This is a Eli, the Offspring was 30. If you want me to get you one, I can probably have it here before the end of the week, but just let me know. This is a top copy Japanese press of Alcatraz, $45 start. Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll, $45 start. Has the Japanese insert, and we've got a poster with it too. It also has a poster. Alcatraz is a $45 start. So insert, poster, near mint, and this one I can officially call pristine. Pristine. Absolutely pristine. Live sentence. Alcatraz, that's a $45 start. Okay, John Prine's now at 37. What's the back three? I started from the back, but I will go through this crate one more time. We have Sabotage, Edge of Thorns, $49.99. These are all on colored vinyl tonight. Yes, Yngwie Malmsteen on guitar. That's correct. $28.99 for Black Sabbath Paranoid. I hope everybody has a copy of this. If you don't, just go ahead and buy one. I mean, you're familiar, I hope. It's incredible. $28.99. U2 Unforgettable Fire, $36.99. Graham Parsons, $29.99. Grievous Angel. Van Halen is $38.99. U2 All That You Can't Leave Behind, $49.99. Queens of the Stone Age is $46.99. Black Sabbath is $34.99. I also have one copy left of Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone. That's on the orange vinyl, $36.99. Pearl Jam by Neural, $41.99. And then Van Morrison Moondance, $31.99. And the Smiths is $29.99. Final call on John Prine. Chat has it for $37. Alan, if you're still bidding, let me know. And then Alcatraz, I'm looking for a $45 start. If someone bids, I will sell it pretty quick. Let me grab our next bin of vintage. Vernon Lehman wants the Smiths. Yes, the Hatful came back in stock. And I guess I'm back to calling it Hatful. I was saying Hateful. And for... It must have been Jeff McIntosh. Jeff, was you supposed to be on the wait list for that? I'm assuming Jeff McIntosh was supposed to be on the wait list for that. Yeah. Did you print that, by the way? I'll go ahead and... If you printed that, I'll go ahead and show it. All right, I'm grabbing the next crate of vintage. Some really good looking stuff here. Let's see. What was asked earlier? Somebody asked, did you ever get... do you have any Iron Maiden Hammersmith I'd rather get from you than Walmart? Let me check the Iron Maiden bid, Anthony. And I appreciate you saying you'd rather get it from us than Walmart. That means a lot. Let me see if I have one over here. I don't think we do, though. I may can get you one if you want one, but no, I don't think I have any. I've got Seventh Son, self-titled, No Prayer for the Dying, Somewhere in Time, Number of the Beast, and Live After Death. That's all I have. That's all I have in the Iron Maiden discography, unless there's a stray copy laying around somewhere. Okay, Eli, let me make sure here. Josh Raglan wants a Pearl Jam. Let me pull that. That was from the last bin. Josh Raglan on Pearl Jam. And then Eli, we had Alan out on the John Prine. Eli wants a Slipknot. All Hope Is Gone. Sell that to Eli. That's sold to Eli. And Jeff, so he was the one for Hatful. So what a... Oh, I see what I did here. I didn't put a name down. But yes, so Jeff McIntosh, you got one. Gwen Carley. That's supposed to be Gwen. I have Dwayne down. Gwen Carley got a Pearl Jam by Neural. And there's some other stuff on here, but it hadn't showed up yet. Okay. Does Alcatraz have the poster? Yes. Can you get the Pearl Jam, the PJ Harvey box set? I will check on that.
We have another one. We didn't pull one.
Did Bob McKinney want one too?
Yeah.
That was earlier. I think we pulled that one already. Okay, John Prine is sold to Chad Regal for 37, and let's go ahead and sell John Mincemoyer. John Mincemoyer, you get Alcatraz. So we sold 3 Slipknots tonight because we had 2, and there's none left in the bin. And earlier it was, I'm not for sure, Bob McKinney. We had 2, so there should have been 2 pulled. Okay, next auctions. Let's do the Metropolis soundtrack. It's a really cool looking Japanese pressing. And we'll also do this copy of Howard Jones. 2 I don't think I've ever had before. Metropolis soundtrack. Really cool. With Obi. Some big names on this one. This is going to be a $45 start. I think if you're a soundtrack collector, this is really cool. Not only the soundtrack, the science fiction appeal to it, but it has the Obi being a Japanese pressing. John Anderson, Pat Benatar, Adam Ant, Loverboy, Freddie Mercury, Bonnie Tyler, Billy Squier, Metropolis soundtrack. The Obi fits on it just like this. $45 start. There's the Japanese insert. Metropolis soundtrack. So I guess there was a reboot. Of course, this is a very old science fiction film. And I guess from what I understand, there was a reboot of this in the... or did they just do a soundtrack to it? I don't guess the movie was redid. They just did a soundtrack for the old film. Is that what's going on here? I think that's that. I know a little bit about film, but I'm not an expert. Howard Jones, Dream into Action. This is going to be a $35 start. In shrink wrap of Obi, Howard Jones, Dream into Action. Yeah, this is the one that has a great side 1 on it. Things can only get better, life in one day. $35 start, has a Japanese insert, perfect cover, and pristine near mint Japanese vinyl. Howard Jones is a $35 start. David's in on Metropolis at $45. That's a $35 start. Next bin of vintage, and there's some good stuff in here, such as Lightning Hopkins, Poe Lightning, $39.99 on our Hooli label. In shrink wrap, $39.99. Lightning Hopkins, Poe Lightning. We've got the best of Slim Harpo, the original King Bee, $19.99. The best of Slim Harpo, the original King Bee. That's a Rhino compilation. Adam Stein, first to Lightning Hopkins. There may be some blues records spattered around tonight. Final call on Metropolis at $45. Howard Jones looking for a $35 start. Phil Spector's Greatest Hits, $39.99. Phil Spector's Greatest Hits. Boy, I bet that's got some good stuff on it. First track is Be My Baby, $39.99. And John Lee Hooker, Jazz Heritage Series, Lonesome Mood, $19.99 for John Lee Hooker, Lonesome Mood. MCA label for that one. This looks like the Beatles' White Album. It's got that weird textured, that's a French. This is on white vinyl. Very cool. $179.99. $179.99, 1978 French pressing, white vinyl. It has the posters and photos with it. It is on white vinyl. I was wondering when this would show up from the Bowling Green collection, because he had about every, it's on Apple too. He had almost every colored vinyl import that I could think of. That's the Beatles' White Album, $179.99. First to Hooker was Michael Nath. And we have John Baldry, It Ain't Easy, $19.99. John Baldry. Good to Be Alive, John Baldry again, $19.99. And 24 of Hank Williams' Greatest Hits. This is a DJ promo label, $29.99. Yep, promo label, $29.99. Edward Slim Harpo was $19.99, the best of Slim Harpo. Let's go ahead and sell Metropolis to David Eberly for $45. David, you get the Metropolis soundtrack for $45. If anybody wants Howard Jones, Japanese pressing, that is a $35 buy it now. $35 first come, first serve. Edward said sold on the Slim Harpo. Let me get this back in its sleeve, if I can. There we go. Howard Jones is a $35 buy it now. If anybody wants that, I'm going to put it over here in the unsold pile. Hopefully, it don't get too big tonight. Edward's going to get the Slim Harpo Mark Robinson's going to get both John Baldry's. Those are both sold to Mark Robinson. Hank Williams, that's 24 of his greatest hits, and that's classified as a promo copy. Promo copy. All right, next Japanese auction. Let's do another Chicago. This is their second album. Very good. And somebody was waiting on this last night. We never did really get to it. But this is a UK, I don't know if it's a promo. Let's show it. This is Patti Smith group Set Free. This is a 4-track UK. I don't think it's technically a promo. It's just a retail sampler. That is a UK label made in Great Britain. Patti Smith, 1978. It's a 4-track sampler from her album Easter. I'll put that up for a $20 start. Patti Smith Group, Set Free. $20 start on that. And here is Chicago. This is their second album. The first one is known as Chicago Transit Authority. This is going to be a $35 start. $35 start. Gatefold. This one is near mint all the way around. Cover, obi, vinyl, and inserts. Chicago. This has got some great stuff on it. Yeah, this is pristine Japanese vinyl. $35 start on that. David was quick to the gun. He's in. Joe Wallace wants the Hank Sr. I'll pull that for Joe Wallace. Joe Wallace gets the 24 of Hank Williams' greatest hits. Sell that to Joe Wallace. Chicago, $35.35. Looking for a $20 start on the Patti Smith. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion, $14.99 for Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. I don't recall a label looking like that. It's not a... I guess that's how they all look, but I don't recall it looking like that. $14.99. Firefall, Elon, $14.99. Firefall's $14.99. And this is Moth the Hoople. It is. Moth the Hoople Mad Shadows, 1970 Presswell press. That makes that an OG, $39.99. Moth the Hoople, $39.99. Mad Shadows, $39.99. Susie Breedlove on Pat Benatar. We're going to sell that to Susie. Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. Charlie DeFrank is at 20 on the Patti Smith, 38 on Chicago. Michelle Phillips, You Were Next on Pat Benatar. And we're going to sell Mark Fallon. Mark, good to see you on. We're going to sell him the Howard Jones for $30. That's sold to Howard Jones. Final call on Patti Smith. They're still bidding on Chicago. If no one else bids on Patti, I'm going to sell it to Charlie for $20. I'm Jesse Coulter. Jesse Coulter. That is $19.99. Lord of the Rings. Music inspired by Lord of the Rings. $34.99. Has a little bit of cover damage. The front, which is important. Look at this artwork. Bo Hansen. $34.99. Bo Hansen doing the music. $34.99. This is one of the very first records I ever bought. Actually, at an antique store here in Lebanon on the square. And they had put a big giant sticker right here. It was impossible to peel off. But it was like one of my very first record purchases. And I was into the Lord of the Rings. Still are. Especially at that time, more so the video games. The books, man, I read them, but that was a challenge. I guess I was a little bit too young. That was a challenge. Man. Dr. No soundtrack, $19.99. Dr. No soundtrack. I don't know what grade I read them in, but they were probably above my reading level for that time. Dr. No, $19.99. This is a later pressing, but that's a really cool soundtrack. The first Bond film, Dr. No, Sean Connery. That's probably pressed sometime in the 80s. They repressed that for a long time. They kept that in print for years. Dr. No, $19.99. All right, let's go to... Patti Smith. This is sold to Charlie DeFrank. Charlie DeFrank got that for $20. Charlie DeFrank, $20. Chicago is now the top auction. And that's with David Johnson at 41. And Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson got the Lord of the Rings. Adam, you were second. Kristen Barnett, you were third. Dr. No, $19.99. I love collecting those, if anything, for the covers. At one time or another, I have listened to them all, but really cool covers on those. All right, Little River Band, The Net. Never have seen this. $25 start. Little River Band, The Net, near mint cover and obi, Japanese insert. beautiful, pristine Japanese vinyl. That is a $25 start. Check the Pat Benatar. She's mine, but blue and white. Yeah, I think that label on that one was unique. I never had seen that before. David Eberly's in on the Little River Band. And yes, Wayne, I'm working out of that crate tonight. We're finishing the rest of that crate tonight up for auction. Robert Gordon with Link Ray, 1999. Robert Gordon with Link Ray, 1999. Carole King, Pearl, Songs of Goffin and King. If you don't know a lot about Carole King, you've probably heard a lot of her songs that she wrote and didn't even realize it. Carole King, $14.99. If you ever see Goffin and King, that's Carole King. She's the King part. Yeah, these are songs that she had wrote. Chains, Locomotion, Wasn't Born to Follow. Those are all Carole King's. $14.99. Elvis Costello, Trust, $24.99. And Thunderball. Now this is, I think, one of the greatest artwork soundtracks ever. And that is $19.99. Olay ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, $19.99. It's got some great songs on it. Evil Woman, Strange Magic. Those are probably better than great songs. Fantastic songs. Bob Welch, interesting. Bob Welch, the other one, $14.99. Never seen that one before. And Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, Transparency, $34.99. All right, final call on Little River Band for $25. Chicago's at $45, now $46. Am I negotiable on the White Album? Yes. Ask me that a little bit later, and we can talk. Right now, sticker price, but we can work out a deal. But ask me that a little bit later if you can stick around. The Very Best of Jerry Butler. That is $9.99. The Very Best of Jerry Butler. And Bonnie Raitt, Sweet Forgiveness with shrink wrap and hype sticker. That is $9.99 for Bonnie Raitt. Hank Wilson's back. I think we finally determined this was Leon Russell a couple years ago. It always confused me. Hank Wilson, kind of like an alter ego, $19.99. And The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells, $19.99. Ah, classic stuff here. Very nice copy. Best of Tommy James and the Shondells, $19.99. All right, David is back in on Chicago at $48. Justin Cleveland wants Bonnie Raitt. And Little River Band is sold to David Eberly for $25. The White Album is $179.99. This is a French pressing. And yes, I think this cover, I'm not saying it was made like that, but I've seen a lot of them like that. I don't know if that's something that happens over time. But this is a 1978 French press, and it's on white vinyl. And I can get it out and show you, but it does have all the photo inserts. But it's a French pressing on white vinyl, and it's near mint. It's really, really nice. That's from the Bowling Green. Chicago 50, Brian C. First on Frank Zappa. That's sold to Brian C. By the way, tonight's schedule, I'll tell you tonight's schedule too, but also for the rest of the week, the Punk, is this Wednesday night? Okay, so all the stuff from Austin, Texas, all the punk and hardcore, metal, thrash, all that wheelhouse of music, we're going to start showing that officially Friday night, because I'm going to start posting some stuff tonight for an ad. Friday and Saturday night, as much as John can get ready for us. Tomorrow night, we'll have more new vintage arrivals, and I'm going to start tonight back again on the Murfreesboro stuff, which is all of the 180 gram remasters that are just lightly used. They're like new. All of that stuff, you know, that's where we found the Fish albums and the blue vinyl Nirvanas and the blue vinyl, all that out of print colored vinyl stuff we've been auctioning and selling. All that resumes again tomorrow. You'll definitely want to see that stuff. Tonight is vintage OGs, lots of it, new vinyl, lots of it, and Japanese auctions. And in the we also got some OG stuff to auction too. Like Queen 2. Queen 2 has the inner sleeve, and I think we determined this was a 74 Terre Haute. That's got to be around the release date for this. Yes, 74. This is an OG Terre Haute press, $30 start, Queen 2. Really nice copy. Just light wear on the cover, but really for this one, not too noticeable. That's a $30 start. Okay, so back up to the top. Chicago 55, now 56. The White album is on white vinyl, French pressing, $179.99. I'll show that again in detail. Chicago 6061 and Queen 35. James Taylor, 1999. Sweet Baby James. James Taylor, another nice copy of that, 1999. I've seen Fire and Rain. The Outlaws, $24.99. Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Jesse Coulter, and Tom Paul Glassick, $24.99. And the Diner soundtrack, 1999. Good stuff on here. Beyond the Sea, Bobby Darin, Jerry Lee Lewis, whole lot of shaking going on. Diner soundtrack, and 10 Years After. This is their very first album on Darum. I actually kept one a couple weeks ago. One of the first records I've kept in a long time out of all these amazing collections. And I don't think the one I kept was this nice. 10 Years After, $49.99. It's a pristine copy on Darum. That's pretty early. 67, yeah. 67, 10 Years After. Top copy, $49.99. Okay, high bid on Queen is $35 with Michael Nath. Queen 2, Michael Nath is at $35. We got Chicago at 61 with David Johnson, and Brent says he's out. So final call on Chicago self-titled. That is at $61 with David Johnson. Final call. Queen's at $35. The Diner soundtrack is $19.99. Brent Rabley wants 10 Years After, and Randy Scarborough is in on James Taylor. I've posted a couple new pre-orders. By the way, I got some of that punk stuff over here. Let me show you a few things. John went ahead and tagged like we're going to be auctioning. I told a customer today I'm going to have to get familiar with some of this, but Uniform Choice, G.G. Allen. Hey, we even got some stuff like The Runaways, Queen of Noise. I don't know what that is. There's some stuff in there also mixed in like Psychedelic Furs, Susie and the Banshees, Sham 69, Wasted Youth, The English Beat, and The Dead Kennedys. And that is 1981 UK on blue vinyl. So yeah, that's some stuff he went ahead and pulled today. He is like, well, he didn't know what we were selling tonight. And I was like, yeah, we got to get some of that ready and we'll have it soon. I'll let you back over. Yeah. No, there's a couple of those I might, like the Psychedelic Furs and some stuff like that, I might go ahead and sell tonight. Okay. Joe South Games People Play, $9.99. Joe South Games People Play. The Best of Mountain. The Best of Mountain. That's an essential, $19.99. Quiet Riot Picture Disc. Quiet Riot Picture Disc. That is $34.99. $34.99. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Southern Accents. $34.99. Tom Petty, Southern Accents. I showed a copy of that the other night. This one has an inner sleeve with it. Really, really nice. MCA Press. Man, Don't Come Around Here No More. I can't get enough of that song. That's like incredible. $34.99. All right, let me go ahead and end Chicago before I get too further into this crate. This is going to be sold to David Johnson for $61. Let's move Queen over here. High bid I see right now on Queen is $38 with Michael Nath. And then we have Michelle Phillips was first to the Quiet Riot Picture Disc. Harry Masterson, you were second. Eric Fisher was first to Tom Petty. And Mark Robinson, you were next on Tom Petty. Then Darren, then David, and then Bernice Rios. I don't think I have that in stock on new vinyl either. Let me check. Let me check on that. We've been selling a lot of Tom Petty. I do have one new copy of it. Let me bring that over and see if any of the backup people want it. And then also let me show a Tom Petty Essential that I hadn't had in the crates because it hadn't been in the new vinyl crates in quite some time because I have so many I keep in stock, so I hadn't ordered any in a long time. But if you want a copy of Southern Accents, whoever was next, Mark Robinson, Darren, David, or Bernice, let me know in that order. I've only got one. But if anybody wants a copy of Greatest Hits, put Tom Petty GH or TPGH. This is 2 LPs. This has all the essentials on it. Now, I love some songs, some deep cuts on Southern Accents that won't be on here. But this has all of his hits, like American Girl, Breakdown, anything that's rock and roll, Listen to Her Heart, Need to Know, Refugee, Don't do me like that. Even the losers. Here comes my girl, the waiting. You got lucky. Don't come around here no more. I won't back down. Running down a dream. Free falling. Learning to fly. Into the great wide open. Mary Jane's Last Dance. And something in there. Hopefully, everybody has that. But if not, they're $36.99. That's Tom Petty's greatest hits. Last bid on Queen I seen was Michael Nath at $38. And Michael Nath was at $38. Bernice was willing to pay $40. That was a buy it now. Elvis Costello, Imperial Bedroom or Ballroom? Imperial Bedroom. Elvis Costello, nice copy, $24.99. And Hawkwind, here's a surprise, $49.99. 1974 Terre Haute. Hall of the Mountain Grill. Hall of the Mountain Grill. Hawkwind, $49.99. Hawkwind, $49.99. All right, let me pull up a new, let's see, we got Queen up, so let me do a Japanese auction. Chicago, ooh, this one's cool. The Greg Allman Tour. The Greg Allman Tour. Let's run that one. Okay, back up to the top, we got Queen. We had 39, and then 39, then 40. And then Edward Star Wars first on Elvis Costello. Roy Evans wants a Tom Petty's Greatest Hits. That sold to Roy Evans. Thank you. Wayne put H. That's for Hawkwind. And then James Bragg put HW for Hawkwind as well. Wayne, that's sold to you. That's a really nice copy too. So high bid on Queen is still $40. Next Japanese auction is the Greg Allman Tour. Darren says he'll take the new copy of Southern Accents if anybody else wants it. No one else said they wanted the new copy. I think they all wanted the OG. So unless somebody says otherwise, Darren, that's sold to you. I'll grab some other Tom Petty stuff that we've had OGs of this week that we've sold out of. Did you see my question earlier on Trust? I did not. Can you send that again? I have not sold any Joe Bonamassa either, Wayne. No. Man, we have so much in the back. I know y'all probably get tired of me saying that, but Tanner, do they have any idea? John walked back there today. I got here about 3 o'clock. He says, it's getting hard to walk back here. I think he was dropping me a hint. It's hard to move back there, and it's a pretty big back room. I mean, the back part of our store is 6,000 square feet, and we got 2/3 of that blocked off, or at least half of it probably. So it's just full of records. Greg Allman Tour. New stuff too, like not junk. New stuff we just bought, not dollar records. There's a big part in the back that's all $3 and dollar records. So much in the back. Yeah, that's something I say probably a lot. Because I post pictures of stuff I buy and then it gets buried back there and people want to know when we're selling it. And I'm like, I really don't know. It's so buried right now, I don't know if we can get to it in the next week. The cover on this one has a little bit of wear. And the obi has some foxing. It looks like at one time it was creased right there. And it's a nice gatefold. This is a live Greg Allman Tour. That's a $45 start. Don't know if I've had a Japanese pressing of that. $45 start on the Greg Allman Tour. $45 start. Okay, I'm going to make sure we're done with Queen. Final call, Michael Nath has it for $40. Michael Nath has Queen 2 for $40. Final call. Okay, John Fogerty, center field in shrink wrap of hype sticker, $19.99. From Russia with Love, $19.99. From Russia with Love, $19.99. Another really nice looking James Bond soundtrack. And Savoy Brown, Getting to the Point. Wow, I hadn't seen this in a while. 1968, $39.99. Savoy Brown, $39.99. Getting to the Point. Jack Bruce, Bill Lorden, and Robin Trower, BLT, $19.99. BLT and Journey Escape, $19.99. Journey Escape, $19.99. Eric Clapton, Just One Night, is $39.99. Eric Clapton, Just One Night. This is a 2LP live Clapton album. That is pristine. Journey, Luna Sea, Firefall, $19.99. And The Johnny Winter Story. The Johnny Winter Story, $19.99. Johnny Winter Story. That's a weird looking label. Green GRT label. That is $19.99. Not something I expect to see him on. Let's see here. Hector needs to put back Iron Maiden. I think that's Iron Maiden, and get Sabotage Magellan instead. Was that something you bought tonight? Have we sold an Iron Maiden record tonight? Okay, if that was last night, we can still put it back. We just can't right now. It's just me and Tanner again tonight. Queen is sold to Michael Nath for $40. Looking for a $45 start on Greg Allman. I'm about to end that pretty soon. Feel like he moved through a lot more crates. Actually, we sell more doing auctions. I can just tell you from our volume, doing auctions and crates at the same time, we sell more. So, it may not appear that way, but it's true. Bob Seger, The Distance. This is a Japanese press. It is near mint with Obi, and this is just a $35 start. This is Bob Seger, The Distance, a pristine, unplayed Japanese pressing. Really nice insert. Really nice cover is what I meant to say with Obi, and it has the insert. I guess the insert is nice as well. But yeah, I like doing auctions because there's some things I literally don't know. I mean, you could put a price on some things, but some it's just, I think it makes it a little bit more interesting too. We got a lot going on when we're running auctions. Wings Greatest Hits. Wings Greatest Hits is $24.99. That's a U.S. press. Looks like it has a radio station promo sticker on it. $24.99. Tina Turner, Private Dancer, $19.99. Tina Turner, Private Dancer. Boy, that was she was fighting with my tongue. $19.99. Mark, Don, and Mel. This is a Grand Funk compilation. This is from 69 to 71, aka the classic years. That's a nice looking copy. $29.99. All right, I think somebody did bid on Greg Allman. Mark Shelton did. I'm about to go ahead and sell that to him. Yes, Rich Group, Greg Allman's 2 records. We do have a bid of $45. I'm about to sell it. David Ederle bid $35 on Seeger, and Michael Nath was first to Wings. James Bragg was second, then John Sheehan. The Hawkwind, did the Hawkwind? Yes, Wayne Titsworth got the Hawkwind. Beatles 6, $29.99. Really nice Apple pressing of Beatles 6, as in near mint minus, $29.99. Nick Pullen wants From Russia with Love. Nick, did you see Dr. No? I've got Dr. No in here as well. It's $19.99. No one claimed it either. And we have Revolver, a 1971 Apple pressing, also very nice. These Apple reissues are not a bad thing because they're in really nice condition. The Capitol pressings are getting harder and harder to find near mint. These Apple ones are usually really clean. The Portrait of The Who. The Who is $24.99. Portrait of The Who, $24.99. All right, Mark Shelton. Mark Shelton gets Greg Allman for $45. Ivan, you were first to the Beatles. Let me know if you want the Beatles 6 or Revolver. Gloria, you were second. Chris, you were third. Revolver on Apple, no. The Apple ones will always be in stereo. Corey Wade wants Dr. No. That's sold to Corey Wade, Dr. No. David Eberly, Frank was ahead of me. Frank was ahead of me. Yes, Frank Galena. Yes, Frank Galena has the high bid on Seeger. So, David, if you're out, I'm about to sell that to him pretty fast. Let me know. Frank is at 35 on that. And Ivan says combo. You can have both. There's no discount on them right now because it looks like other people already want them. So, but it's your pick. If they happen not to have sold later, yes, but right now it looks like both of them people are wanting. All right, so let me run through that crate one more time. There was some stuff up front that I can't believe didn't sell. So let me show those again. Final call on Seeger. I'm going to go ahead and pull another auction out. Let me see what I got over here in the OG bin. There's some stuff he tagged to auction, but this is some stuff I'll do for sure. This E. Pluber's Funk. And let me go get ahead and get our next Japanese pressing, which is going to be Billy Joe Glass Houses. Okay, so let me put that back there for right now. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything here. We got Dr. No. Then we also had Frank was ahead of me. We got that. That's about to be sold. Revolver combo, price on Revolver. It looks like it may be already spoken for. There were 2 different Beatle records. I had Beatles Revolver, Apple label. And Ivan says, I'll take 6. Okay, so I showed Beatles 6 first, and then I showed Revolver. That usually means if I'm showing them pretty quick, the first one to comment Beatles gets to claim whatever they want. And Ivan says he wants Beatles 6. And then after that, it's whoever's next in the comments. So next, after Ivan, was Gloria. And then Gloria, you can let me know what you want. And then Chris, you're third. So if Gloria doesn't want Revolver, then it's yours. If Gloria wants it, it's hers. So it's whoever's first. If we show 2 albums pretty much by the same artist, it gets confusing, but we work it out. And Frank says Seeger can go to David. And he says, go ahead, David, I have it. Okay, so that means David Eberly gets Bob Seeger The Distance for $35. That's sold. And Grand Funk is our next auction. This is a cool record. It's shaped like a coin. E Pluribus Funk. E Pluribus Funk. So we have a VG copy. A VG copy of Grand Funk E Pluribus Funk. E Pluribus Funk. It is a 71 Winchester, and that's a VG copy. I'll start that for $15. E Pluribus Funk. What a cool cover. And then our next Japanese auction is Glass Houses, and that's a $35 start. Billy Joe Glass Houses has the OB up here at the top. Japanese press, near mint, pristine vinyl, has an insert and the inner sleeve. Insert and the inner sleeve. That's a $35 start for Billy Joe. E Pluribus Funk is a $15 start. All right. 35 and 15, start on those. Okay, then next was... Okay, then Chris Gardner said he was third, and he says out on Revolver, too confusing. So he's passing, and that means the next person on Revolver was James Bragg. James Bragg, it looks like you end up with the Revolver. Nice copy. That's sold to you. Okay, back up, or let's go through this crate one more time. I'm just going to read through titles. If you want prices, please let me know. Phil Spector's Greatest Hits. Firefall, Elon. Moth the Hoople is a 1970 Presswell Press. Jesse Coulter, I'm Jesse Coulter. Robert Gordon. Carole King. Trust, Elvis Costello. Somebody had a question about that, so I'll see if they're still interested. We had Thunderball. I forgot about that one. My favorite one, at least the artwork. I think my favorite soundtrack is The Live and Let Die. ELO, Olay ELO. Bob Welch, the other one, The Very Best of Jerry Butler. Leon Russell. No one got The Best of Tommy James and the Shondells. Ball of Fire, Crimson and Clover, Crystal Blue Persuasion, Sweet Cherry Line. I Think We're Alone Now. This is the white vinyl 1978 French pressing with posters and photos. White vinyl French pressing of somebody's maybe thinking about it. It's now a buy it now. It's still first come, first serve. I think some people's interested maybe later, but right now it's $179. Outlaws was $24.99. The Diner soundtrack and Joe South Games People Play. All right, update on our auctions. We have John Sheehan at $35 on Billy Joel, and we got Brent McKinney at $16 on Grand Funk. Susie wants the Phil Spector's Greatest Hits. Corey Wade on the Thunderball soundtrack. Corey Wade on Thunderball, and Stacy, it looks like Susie just claimed the Phil Spector. Trust, priced, and condition. That's what Edward's question was. Trust appears to be a really nice copy. Yeah, I don't have any condition notes on it. There's the inner sleeve, and yes, extremely nice vinyl. That is $24.99. Price on Tommy James. Vicky, that was $19.99. Gatefold pressing, near mint. Tommy James and the Shondells. Vicky, that was $19.99. Dusty Oliver, First to the Outlaws. That's sold to Dusty. Dr. Zebo, $19.99 on Tommy James. And Vicky has first dibs on it right now. The white album cover glossy. Yes. Glossy cover. The Beatles is embossed. Glossy cover. This is also exceptionally nice. Has one little corner ding right here and up here. But other than that, really, really nice. Grand Funk 17, does it have the inner sleeve? Grand Funk does not have an inner sleeve with it. No inner sleeve. Oh, yes it does. It has an insert. If that's what you're talking about. You know what? I don't know if I've seen an inner sleeve of one. Let me lay that right there. But no, I don't see an inner sleeve. Okay. Edward said sold, and that was on Elvis Costello Trust. Vicky Wiley said sold, and that was on Best of Tommy James and on Shondells. Grand Funk is a VG copy. It is a VG copy. All right, Grand Funk is at 18. Its glass house is complete. It has an insert and an inner sleeve. Has an insert and an inner sleeve. The Best of Mountain, $19.99. James, Lester, everything is sticker price right now. We'll go back through all the vintage stuff tonight that doesn't sell, and we can talk then. John Fogerty, center field, $19.99. Savoy Brown, getting to the point, $39.99. Jack Bruce, Bill Lorden, Robin Trower, that was BLT. Journey Escape, Eric Clapton, Just One Night. Firefall, The Johnny Winter Story, Tina Turner, Private Dancer. Mark, Don, and Mel, and Portrait of The Who. Right, 35 with Billy Joel. That's a 30-second reminder. I'm changing crates. John Sheehan is at 35. John Sheehan is at 35, and I'm about to sell it. Not Don. He does want Don, but it's Mark, Don, and Mel. That's sold to Bob McKinney. Bob McKinney. Here's one of the surprises. I can't believe no one bought Journey Escape. And price on Johnny Winter's Story is $19.99. $19.99. Brent Rabley on SB. That's Savoy Brown. Most of their stuff is not really reissued. Brent Rabley, Savoy Brown, and Trower price. Was there a Trower in here? Scott Smith said sold on the Johnny Winter Trower. Let's see here. I don't see a Trower. Oh, this one, yes. Right here in front of me. $19.99. $19.99. All right, I've got final call on those auctions as I go over here to grab our crate of new vinyl tonight. Some good stuff in this as well. At least I hope you think it's good stuff. I think it's good stuff. Joe Sloop said sold, and that was on BLT. All right. Sherry Darnell Company, Clapton. I missed that. Clapton, and let's see here. Let me get BLT. See if I can pull these out at the same time. I missed that. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything else. Sherry Darnell got Clapton, and Joe Sloop got that. Have you ever had the Edgar Winter tribute, Brother Johnny? I would have to see the cover. The title doesn't ring a bell, but I'd have to see a cover. Billy Joel is sold for $35 to John Sheehan, one and only bidder. And then the final call on this, Wayne Titsworth has it for $19. Grand Funk Railroad E Plubris Funk. Wayne has that for $19. That is an OG record, so let me pull something out of the Japanese bin. Let's do a Bon Jovi. 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. We've graded this one VG Plus, which is unusual for a Japanese record to be VG Plus. Let me figure out, wow, this side here looks near mint. I see what's going on. There's some heavy sleeve scuffing right here. Just very odd scuffs, kind of really heavy right in here. Definitely non-feelers. Side one appears to be the normal near mint minus. There's the LP. Boy, this jacket's heavy. That's why it's got a cardboard. It's got a cardboard like divider in it. Strong jacket, super nice with Obi, and these usually have some cool inserts. Yes, it has the Bon Jovi insert here, and this should be a poster. Yes, it has an insert and a poster. Bon Jovi, 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit, so 2 inserts and a poster. This is going to be a $45 start. We'll have to call the vinyl VG Plus, but just some strange scuffing. Brent McKinney is at 20 on Grand Funk. New vinyl releases and restocks for tonight. We have Beastie Boys, Ill Communication, $49.99. Beastie Boys, Ill Communication, $49.99. I have 2 of those. There was a waiting list for that. Daniel Wilhoit and Eric Fisher. Daniel Wilhoit and Eric Fisher, I've got you down for 1. Chris Gardner is at 55 on the Bon Jovi. Eminem Curtain Call. This is Eminem The Hits. This is his greatest hits. $42.99. $42.99. Belinda wants an Ill Communication. Chris Gardner is at 55 on Bon Jovi. Grand Funk is at 20 with Brent McKinney. XTC Mummer. $33.99. The 1983 classic album, newly recut. 200-gram vinyl. $33.99 for Mummer. $33.99 for that. Slayer, Rain in Blood. Rain in Blood, $36.99. And another Beastie Boys, which I haven't had in a long time on new vinyl, Hello Nasty. That's also $49.99. Tony Shore first on XTC. We have, sorry, my connection keeps messing up. Yes, the White Album is $179.99. That's a firm price right now. It's very, very nice. But yes, it's $179. Okay, Walt Cruz, you were second. You were second on XTC, but we will put you on a waiting list. Gloria, you were first to the Beasties. So that's this one here, I'm assuming. That's sold to Gloria. If anybody else wants one of these, please let me know. I'll put you on a waiting list. Same thing for XTC. Walt, we've got you down on a waiting list for XTC. Gloria gets the Beasties. And if anybody else, I hadn't had that in a while. Final call on Bon Jovi. Chris Gardner has it right now for 55. Chris Gardner, you're about to get Bon Jovi if no one else bids for 55. And Grand Funk. Brent Hall said hello. He did. Sorry, those kind of comments throw me off. I thought you were saying hello to me. Gloria, Brent was ahead of you. He was. He put hello. Sorry, he was first. I will put you on a waiting list if that's okay. Let me know if that's not okay. Those should be in this week. They'll still be on this week's invoice unless something strange has happened. I'm going to do a final call on Grand Funk now that we know that Wayne's out. Brent McKinney has that for $20. It is a VG copy. Yeah, sometimes I see hello and I'm like, hi. And I was like, oh, wait, he's buying something. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything else in there. Let's see. I don't think so. I'll take both Beasties. Okay, well, Gloria, I still can give you this one here. I can give you that one for sure. I'll put you on a waiting list for Hello Nasty. So, where did we get to? Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits, $28.99. And Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. And Jerry Stone also wants on that Hello Nasty wait list. Seasons in the Abyss, $36.99. A restock of AC/DC, The Razor's Edge, $31.99. AC/DC's The Razor's Edge. That is $31.99. Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits, another title I hadn't had in quite some time. There's also these two records. Let me show this one first. Let me step away to grab this one. I showed these, I guess they came back in last week, and I hadn't shown them at all this week yet. We still have Pearl Jam 10 in stock. Pearl Jam 10, and those are $28.99. $28.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell Brent McKinney. Brent McKinney gets the E Pluberous Funk for $20. And Chris Gardner, you're the one and only bidder on that for $55. You're the one and only bidder on that for $55. Justin Cleveland, first to Janis Joplin. And same old story, Gloria on the waiting list. Gloria, you've been second on I think everything I've shown tonight. Justin Cleveland on Janis Joplin, Gloria second. And Ivan says he wants the White Album. Got it. I read that earlier and I didn't pull it. You would think something like that, I'd go pull it right away. But Ivan, thank you for the reminder. The White Album, white vinyl, 78 French press. And you also bought some of the other colored vinyl Beatles imports. Those are not... I said earlier about certain artists' catalogs being reissued on colored vinyl. The Beatles have never done that. But they did those imports in the 70s there. Savatage, Dead Winter Dead. Savatage, Dead Winter Dead. And this is $59.99. $59.99, Dead Winter Dead. Limited edition red vinyl gatefold with tour poster replica and booklet. That is $59.99. Should have started at $45. Well, bidding $55, that might have been, you might have held some other people off. I've seen that happen, so. Okay. How about a VG Plus Kiss Destroyer? 1977 RCA club pressing. RCA club pressing of Kiss Destroyer. When I very, very first started learning about records, I had a sealed copy of this. And I put it on eBay, Kiss Destroyer, sealed. And all these people started messaging me and asking me if it was a club. And they had me send pictures. And so years and years ago, I learned very quickly there's a big difference on some of these records if it's a club or not. I think a big difference in pricing with Kiss records or collectability. So we'll start this at $15. It's, I guess what you call a nice player copy. VG Plus. Wow, Beth's on here. Shout It Out Loud. Do You Love Me? I like that one. And Detroit Rock City. God of Thunder. $15 start. That's a VG Plus. That is a 77 club pressing on Kiss Destroyer. VG Plus, $15 start. Next auction is Youthquake. Dead or Alive. Name of the artist is Dead or Alive. The name of the album is Youthquake. This is in shrink wrap with insert. It is a $35 start. $35 start. Near mint pristine vinyl. Has the insert with it. $35 start. I'm having internet issues. Could you pull me on the wait list for Beastie Boys Last Ill and Ill Communication when you get a chance? Brent, we've got you. Brent Hall wants on the waiting list for Beastie Boys, License to Ill, and Ill Communication. Darwin wants Sabotage. That's so to Darwin. Next is 15 on Kiss. Hey, no, it's a club pressing. This right here on the back, this cover. Manufactured by RCA Music Service, Indianapolis, Indiana, under license. And there may be some denotations on the, sometimes there's CRC on the label even. Manufactured by RCA Music Service. That is a record club edition. Sometimes it says just CRC, like Steven just said. Sometimes it has this full spelled out, knowing it's a club. But you know, we've had that debate before. Some people really doesn't matter to them. All right, Kiss 15, Kiss 20, DOA 35 with Walt. Youthquake is at $35. $35. We got a restock of the Lambert soundtrack. David Bowie doing the Lambert soundtrack and some of the score music done by Trevor Jones. $33.99. There was a waiting list for that. Steve Merkel. Steve, if you're watching, I've got you down for one. David Bowie Lambert. Those finally came back in. I've got 3 of them still available. Social Distortion's Greatest Hits, $44.99. Social Distortion's Greatest Hits, $44.99. That is a 2LP. Social Distortion's Greatest Hits. High bid on Kiss is $35. Now 25 or 21, now 25. And Walt Cruz has Youthquake for $35. $35, that's going once, going twice. Nirvana, live at the Paradiso, Amsterdam, 1991 on colored vinyl. Boy, that's a lot of tracks. 1991, that is $24.99. And there was one person, Paul Brothers. Paul Brothers, I've got you on the waiting list for that. Okay, Social Distortion, lots of people, and I only have one copy. I wasn't for sure how well that one would move, so I only ordered one, but I can get more. I'm going to put everybody on the waiting list. That's second, third, and fourth, unless you say otherwise. Chris Gardner, you were first. You get that. Mike Massey, waiting list. Walt Cruz, John Sheehan. George Buchanan's at 40 on Youth. And Eli and Randy Scarborough wants the live Nirvana, only $24.99. That is an unofficial, by the way. That's an unofficial press. Made in the EU, not under license, just so you know. That is $24.99. We'll give one to Eli, Randy, and Courtney. I just ran out. I don't have another one, but if you also want a wait list, that's a popular saying around here, a waiting list. Sometimes I order 20 copies of something, and we have them still in the bins. Sometimes I order 1 copy of something, and if I would have had 20, I could have sold all 20. So for me, ordering all this is kind of a crapshoot, as they call it. Fish is $36.99. I've got to be careful. This new vinyl can get quite costly. A few crates of it, all of a sudden you got like $10,000 sitting there. Fish is $36.99. New studio album, limited edition pressing on clear vinyl, and they call that Big Boat. Fish, that's on colored vinyl. High bid on Kiss. Let's get everybody updated on our auctions. Eli has the high bid on this at $25. Eli's bidding on YouTube, so if you're on Facebook, you will not see it in your chat. You got to look on the on-screen bids. Eli has that for $25. And then Walt Cruz, just so you know, you're out on the Youthquake. George Buchanan has that for $40. Fish is $36.99. Courtney says yes on the waiting list. Savatage. I don't think I've ever had this one. Streets, a rock opera, $44.99. Also 2LP gatefold 12-page book, mastered for vinyl. That is Savatage. Streets, a rock opera, $44.99. Now those guys just look like they're in a metal band. They fit the role. $44.99. Pearl Jam Vitology is $39.99. Pearl Jam Vitology. Darren also wants a Savatage Streets. Kiss is at $26. Kiss is a VG Plus 77 club copy. VG Plus vinyl, 77 club copy. Eli's at $27. XTC, the Big Express. The Big Express, that's another 200 gram pressing. $33.99. Whatever this is, I got 3 copies of it. Who would have thought? It's another Savatage album. I haven't had this one yet either. Handful of Rain. Dedicated to legendary guitarist and co-founder Chris Olivia. Savatage's 1994 studio album. Boy, I bet that's hard to find on an original press, if it exists. 180 gram single LP mastered for vinyl, 12-page book, $44.99. Kiss 2728, George Buchanan on XTC. Okay, I must have lost Walt Cruz, but the show must go on. This is sold to George Buchanan for $40. I was just talking to Walt today on Facebook. He always updates me on really cool reissues that's coming out, new releases that I'm not aware of. And there's some Collective Soul reissues coming out. I got to order, so. All right, George Buchanan, I got you down for that. Savatage is $44.99. Elvis Presley, Special 24. Elvis Presley. This is a 2LP Japanese compilation. Has the Obi with it. This is going to be just a $35 start. Elvis has a great track list on it. See side 2 here. Your Devil in the Skies, In the Ghetto, Suspicious Mind, Burning Love. Wow, that's a great side. Stuck on You, It's Now or Never. I'm kind of jumping around. Can't Help Falling in Love. Return to Cinder. This is a 2LP. Heartbreak Hotel. Don't Be Cruel. This is earlier stuff here. Hound Dog, Love Me Tender, All Shook Up. Yeah, this is a great Teddy Bear, Jailhouse Rock. Really nice condition too. Gatefold. Has a booklet with it. Very cool. $35 start. Elvis Japanese press. There's the lyrics in English if you can't read Japanese. And strong cover. Nice Obi. Kiss is a... Elvis. Kiss. That's not Kiss. They both sold a ton of records and they're very collectible artists. But they're not the same. Kiss is at $30 of John Porter. And Elvis is at $35 with Brent Hall. Okay, XTC Drums and Wires. Drums and Wires, $33.99. $33.99. I hope that hints Allegation Things of Flesh, one of those. No, it's some of their later stuff after that, unfortunately. That album's just waiting. I don't know what they're doing with that album, but no, it's not. Okay, I haven't had this in quite some time. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. We've been selling the heck out of the OGs whenever they pop up. Great music here, $36.99. Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Swingtown, Jungle Love, Take the Money and Run, Rockin' Me, Serenade, The Joker, Fly Like an Eagle, Threshold, Jet Airliner, Dance, 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 Wild Mountain Honey, $36.99. I've got 3 of those, and we got a restock of Wasp, Babylon, $28.99. Okay, final call on our Kiss album. John Porter's at $30. This is a VG Plus RCA Club pressing. High bid, VG Plus Club pressing, high bid, John Porter, $30. Elvis is now at $40 with Elizabeth Lennox. Stacy Metternich wants a Steve Miller Band's Greatest Hits. Water from Saigon Kick has been released for the first time on vinyl. I'll have to order that too. All right, so here's what's left in this bin. Wow, we all of a sudden had a flurry of comments. Randy Davis also wants a Steve Miller Band. Lou Hetzer first on Wasp. Brent Hall also on Steve Miller Band. And Tom Steyer, I ran out of Steve Miller Bands, as I figured and hopefully I would. Brent Hall was the last one to get one, but Tom, I will put you on a wait list. And Gwen Carley on Pearl Jam. Gwen, I think the only Pearl Jam album in here, there was 2. Let me know if you want Vitology or 10. Vitology or Pearl Jam 10. Let me know on that. I do have 1 copy of Wasp left if anybody's interested. Brent Hall, and during all those comments, Brent Hall also bid 42 on Elvis. Elizabeth, you're out. So Brent has the high bid on that. Back to you. Bid again if you want to. We got Eminem Curtain Call. That's his hits, at least volume 1 of it. That is $42.99. Slayer Rain in Blood, $36.99. Slayer Seasons in Abyss, $36.99. And AC/DC The Razor's Edge. The Razor's Edge, that is $31.99. 10 is $28.99. $28.99. And Gwen wanted Pearl Jam Vitology. Sell that to Gwen. Pearl Jam Vitology. 10 is $28.99. Elvis, 2 more bidders, 45 and 45. Brent says he's out. That was Wasp Babylon, Gary. Wasp Babylon, $28.99. Kiss is sold to John Porter. John Porter got Kiss for $30. Elvis is now over here in slot 1. Freddie Milford has it for $50. Susie and Lou both want a Razor's Edge. Another, I've only ever had like 2 originals ever of this one, and one of them was a foreign pressing. I've only ever had 1 OG, but yeah, very tough to find. If you're holding out for a vintage or an OG, you can find them. They're going to be a lot more than $31.99 unless you get lucky or unless you find one that's beat the heck. So that's why I have sold so many of these. I have sold so many of these, $31.99. Okay, AC/DC. By the way, we have a lot of new people watching. I got to remind everybody about how the comments work. So if you're looking on your Facebook chat, if you think you're first, it's always going to look like that. So if there's only 1 copy of an OG record and you wanted it and you bid or you try to buy it and it looks like you're first, it's always going to look like that. Luckily, the correct feed is embedded on your screen so you can see it. And I also have that exact same copied feed right here. So make sure you're watching the embedded feed. I promise we rarely make mistakes. But this past week we had so many new customers and they messaged the page, or maybe they didn't realize they were even winning something sometimes. So make sure that's how that works. So make sure you know that's how that works. We go by what's embedded on the feed and what's here on my phone, because we have people watching on YouTube and Facebook right now, and sometimes it's just a mad rush and it's just whoever ends up first. Okay. Back up to the top, we sold another AC/DC to Belinda Daub. Belinda, I have 2 more of those. Or Belinda, you got 1. I have 2 more left. And let's see, what else did we have in here? Savatage, last copy of Dead Winter Dead, $59.99. Lambert, the Lambert soundtrack, $33.99. Fish, $36.99. Savatage is $44.99. And Savatage Handful of Rain, $44.99. XTC Drums and Wires, $33.99. Elvis is a 2 LP, 24-track greatest hits. And I read off most of the tracks. Very good stuff. I'm about to bring up a new crate of OG stuff. Not before I put up another auction. I've got some cool Devo stuff in here. This is Devo Live. Freedom of Choice theme song, Whip It, Girl You Want. That's some good songs. Gates of Steel, Be Stiff, and Planet Earth. This is a Near Mint Minus Devo Live. It's in a plastic sleeve. That's how it was originally shipped, like this. Devo Live. That is a $20 start. Devo Live. $20 start on that. Patrick Carter wants Handful of Rain. Savatage. Sold to Patrick Carter. High bid on Elvis right now is with Elizabeth Lennox. Now Freddie Milford has it for $60. Freddie has that for $60. All right, let me grab our next bin of OG stuff. Let me do a quick flip through it. Make sure there's nothing here that I was going to pull to auction. So when I get to it, there's no absolute confusion. That happens a lot. Some good titles. Lots of nice classic rock in here. I see a couple things I need to mix up. We got back-to-back Fleetwood Mac albums and back-to-back Phil Collins albums. Let me mix those up a little bit. Back-to-back James Bond soundtracks, even though that might not be confusing, but just in case. Oh, yes, some nice... I think this is some stuff I got in Lewisburg yesterday. At least it looks like it. I really, at this point, I've told y'all before, I really don't know. Okay. All right, so we had 60 on Elvis, 28 on Devo, 20 on Devo, 25, 35, 29, and now 36. So final call on Elvis. Final call on Elvis, and that was with Freddie Milford at $60. Never mind, Elizabeth's at $65. New vintage OG stuff. Thompson Twins, Into the Gap, $24.99. The Thompson Twins, Into the Gap, $24.99. 65 on Elvis, 36 on Devo. REO Speedwagon, Riding the Storm Out. Riding the Storm Out, $19.99. REO Speedwagon, nice copy. Does have a little bit of riding right here. It's kind of hard for me to see at first glance. Ted Nugent, State of Shock. A white label promo. We've had a lot of white label promo Nugent stuff lately. State of Shock, white label promo, $24.99. State of Shock. Yes, Tormato. This is $14.99. Yes, Tormato. Really nice copy. $14.99. Yes, Tormato. The DBs, Repercussion. Is that what that says? Yeah, Repercussion, the DBs. Free cassette version with this album. There's no cassette crammed down in the cover. I don't know how you would have got that. Maybe mail order. This is $19.99, the DBs. Very nice. Okay, final call on Elvis. Final call on Devo. A lot of activity, then they slowed down. Matt Kolb, you're first to REO Speedwagon. Lou Hetzer, you're first to Ted Nugent. We've also got Phil Collins. Hello, I must be going. Appears to be a very nice copy. Phil Collins, $19.99. Walt Cruz, first to the DBs. I was about to say it. I didn't want to be wrong, but I was about to say that looks like a Walt Cruz record. The J. Giles Band. This is their first album. We don't get this one too often. Really nice copy. J. Giles Band. Very nice copy. Self-titled, $29.99. Let me take off my hoodie right quick. It's getting quite warm in here to me. Josh had the air on when I got here, but I forgot it got up to almost 70 degrees today, didn't it, Tanner? Very warm, especially for this time of the year in Tennessee. Oh, that feels much better. Okay, Belinda on Thompson Twins. Thank you, Craig, for sharing the track list of that. Belinda gets the Thompson Twins. Harry Masterson, you're first to Jay Giles. Lou was second. James Bragg third. Let's go ahead and sell Elvis to Elizabeth Lennox for $65. And that also means my phone's being very strange tonight. I've got this error message. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Well, they let you know in a hurry, don't they? Devo is sold to Gary Samuels for $36. Y'all are on top of things, I swear. I mean, y'all are on it. Devo is $36 to Gary Samuels. That's sold, and Elizabeth got Elvis for $65. I'm going to have to reset my feed. I hope no one has commented anything. Let me try to fix this. Okay, yeah, mine, let me disconnect off. I don't know what's going on. Let me connect the Wi-Fi. I'm disconnected from Wi-Fi, but there's this error message, but it won't go away. It's been up there all night. Wow, nothing's working. Verizon or, are we still on? If we're on the air, it's amazing. But yeah, I'm not getting anything right now, but that's okay. Let me pull Slayer. Let me pull Slayer for Patrick Carter. Seasons in Abyss. Of the Abyss. What's that one called? Seasons in the Abyss. Gary says, I was at 47 for Devo. I've had Devo at 47. Okay, we may need to. I can't do anything right now. Let me try to close this out. I can't go back anyway. Can you check on that, Tanner? He said, Gary Samuels, he said he was at 47 on Devo. Let's see. Yeah, mine's shut off too. Well, all of our comments are gone now because I just had to reset mine and Tanner's is frozen like mine was. I guess I'll put it back up for auction. Gary says Lou was too, so that must be accurate. Lou, it's not that I don't believe you, it's just that I couldn't see it or I overlooked it. So Lou Hetzer has this for $47. Sorry, that's back up for bid, and Patrick Carter is got that. So Gary, are you out? Gary, let me know if you're out. If you are, then I'll sell that to you pretty fast. Okay, next Japanese auction. We've got, let's see what we have here. What do we have here? Whitney Houston. Whitney, I just want to dance with somebody. Japanese pressing. The name of the album is technically Whitney. This is a really nice copy. Near Mint, Obi has the lyric insert, which I think is has an insert. Yeah, that's not an inner sleeve. That's just an insert. And Near Mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. That is a $45 start. Whitney Houston, Whitney, $45 start. Yeah, my internet, just for a second, it kind of just kaplunk, whatever. Devo is sold to Lou Hetzer for $47. Was there another Japanese Chicago? There he is. I was grabbing that one next. It was Chicago 17. Chicago 17, $35 start. Near Mint, pristine. So Whitney Houston is a $45 start. Chicago 17 is a $35 start. It does have the Japanese insert. Okay, now back to the crate. Let me just restart. Yes, Tormato. That was $14.99. We had Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, $19.99. That's where we got to. The Fire Sign Theater, In the Next World, You're on Your Own, $14.99 for Fire Sign Theater. They always had really cool covers, if anything. $14.99, I guess that's like comedy. Paul Simon is $14.99. That's Paul Simon self-titled. His self-titled album. Hadn't seen that in a while, even though we should see it quite often. It sold a bunch of copies. $14.99. 1966 classic rock. Has the Temptations on the cover. $19.99. This is a Time Life. Wow, this has some good stuff on it. Good Vibrations, The Temptations, Good Lovin', Dirty Water, Sunshine Superman, Summer in the City, Reach Out, I'll Be There, Barbara Ann, I'm a Believer, You Keep Me Hanging On, I Fought the Law, Monday, Monday. That's sold to Susie, 1966. First one to claim 1965 can have 1965. It's 1999. Mr. Tambourine Man, For Your Love, The Yardbirds, Help Me Rhonda, I Got You Babe, This Diamond Ring, Hang On Sloopy, My Girl, Woolly Bully, and Susie wants 1965. All right, we're looking for a $45 start on Whitney Houston and a $35 start on Chicago. You Only Live Twice, sung by Nancy Sinatra, James Bond soundtrack, Near Mint, really nice copy, $19.99 on You Only Live Twice. Steve Perry, Street Talk, $19.99. Steve Perry of Journey, Street Talk, $19.99. Jimmy Buffett, You Had to Be There. You Had to Be There, $34.99 for Jimmy Buffett. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Wow, a Holland white vinyl. I told you, he had a lot of interesting colored vinyl imports. I've never seen the Holland white vinyl until right now. That's very cool. R.J. Myers, first to the Bond soundtrack. Alice Lowry, first on Steve Perry. Jocko Belli on Fleetwood Mac. And Lou Hetzer, you were second. Sometimes y'all get my live reactions to some of these records because I don't know they're in here until I'm looking at them first. That is, or looking at them live, and that's so to Jocko Belli. Alice is in at 35 on Chicago. Final call. If no one bids on Whitney, you can buy it now here in just a second for $45, or you can guarantee you're going to get it by bidding now, as long as no one else outbids you. La Bamba soundtrack, $19.99. Steve, we've already sold Fleetwood Mac. Shane is at $36 on Chicago. La Bamba soundtrack, Los Lobos, Bo Diddley, Brian Setzer, Marshall Crenshaw. The Best of Gary Puckett and the Union Gap. Wow, I've never seen that cover before. $9.99. It's on a Gusto label, kind of a off-budget label for them to be doing their compilation. Yvette first on La Bamba. Yvette first on La Bamba, and that's IMLV77 on YouTube. Alice is backing on Chicago at 38, and 10 years after, Stoned Hinge, another early album of theirs. This is just as nice as that other pressing, $19.99. Wow, this is nice. 10 years after, Stoned Hinge. Maybe no one to buy that. I didn't know that was in there. That's probably an upgrade for my collection. Clay, your connection is a little far behind. You're just now commenting 65 and 66. Those sold about 4 minutes ago. Whitney Houston is a $45 buy now. I guess they're making a movie about her life. I've been seeing a trailer or something pop up. But that's a $45 buy now. Whitney Houston, Whitney, Japanese press of Obi. Chicago is now at $38 of Alice. Shane, let me know if you're in or out. Next auction, let me see what I got in the OG bin. I got more Devo over here. Let's see. I also have a TLC. Let me do this Blues Image first. This is the one that has Ride Captain Ride on it. Yeah, Ride Captain Ride on this mystery ship. Kind of a tough album to get. It took me a while to finally find one. This one's VG Plus. It is a 70 Terre Haute, which is OG for this. Yes, 1970 Atlantic. It's on the Atco label. Blues Image Open. Blues Image Open. VG Plus, $20 start on that. Lou Hetzer is that Chicago 17? Yes, Chicago 17. High bid is $38 of Alice, final call. Lou Hetzer gets the Whitney Houston for $45, and James Bragg gets 10 years after. Paul Brother says, I'm interested in the TLC. Four Tops live in concert, $14.99. The Four Tops live, and then songs on Gary Puckett, Vicky, all the stuff that you want. Woman, Young Girl. It's all on here. I guess that's the two biggest ones. Lady Willpower. Arm Lazelle's at 20 on Blues Image. Foreigner, Double Vision, nice copy, $19.99. Grand Funk's Hits. This is some of the stuff that's on that first one, and then some of the later stuff like The Locomotion and Some Kind of Wonderful and We're an American Band. $19.99. Grand Funk Hits, $19.99. Vicky says sold on Gary Puckett. Lou Hetzer takes the Grand Funk. And I'm going to go ahead and sell Alice. No one else really said anything. Alice, you get Chicago for $38. Grand Funk went to Lou. Susie and Vicky was next. Arm Lazelle has Blues Image for $20. That is going once, going twice to RM Lazelle. RM Lazelle. Let's do a ABBA, even though I hate to say this name. Here we go. Voulez Vous. Voulez Vous. Voulez Vows. It's ABBA. And it's a $25 start. $25 start. ABBA. Nice copy. Has the, is this an inner sleeve or an insert? This is an inner sleeve, a printed inner sleeve with lyrics. And it has the Japanese insert. $25 start on ABBA. Voulez Vous. Valaz Vals. Michael Nath is in, $25. Blues Image is at $25 of Arm Lazelle. Ride Captain Ride. The Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade, $34.99. Made in the Shade, the Rolling Stones. Nice copy. Near mint and cleaned, $34.99. And the J. Giles Band Showtime, Gold Stamp Promo, $19.99. Lou Hetzer, first to the Stones. I had a few records fall over, but don't worry. Lou Hetzer got the Stones. Let me get a bottle of water. I really need one. Let me get a bottle of water. Is anybody interested in a Grateful Dead item? I'm not going to say what it is. I'm just going to say, is anybody interested in a Grateful Dead item? A Grateful Dead item. Is anybody interested in a Grateful Dead item? Ryan says no. Okay, I guess we won't put it up then. It's not a record. I found it laying in the back, and it's pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm going to start it for $1, so I'll put it up in just a second. Okay, where are we at on ABBA? Let's see here. First, we had Blues Image 25. Michael Nath bid 25, so we were at 25. Lou Hetzer got the Stones. Tony Shore got Jay Giles. Adam Stein back in on Blues Image at 26. Dead, yes, no. Brent Hall's at 28 on ABBA. Now we're at 30. And Blues Image is at 27. Let's see here. Richie Valens, Golden Archive Series. Richie Valens, 1999. 1999, Richie Valens. So Richie Valens, along with Buddy Holly and the Big Bopper, were the three who died in the plane crash the day the music died. The day that music died. That was Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper. And that was, the anniversary of that was February 3rd. It happened on February 3rd, 1959. Richie Valens. Jethro Tull, Broadsword, 1999. Jethro Tull, Broadsword. All right, let's see here. Blues Image was at 27, now 30. And then ABBA, we're at 32, 33, 30 on Blues Image. And we had Clay Moore on Richie Valens. And let me update everybody on our auctions because there's been a lot of comments or a lot of bids. So Blues Image Open is a 1970 OG VG Plus vinyl, VG Plus cover. High bid on this right now is Adam Stein at $30. And then we've got Yvette. Brent is out on ABBA, and so is Michael. Yvette Vergara has ABBA for $33. Okay. And I think everything in here is still available. Foreigner and Jethro Tull. Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom, 1999. 1999. Original inner sleeve. Very nice. Or is that a poster? No, that's a... What is that? Let's see here. It's a... Oh, it's a page in the gatefold. It's a page in the gatefold. And it does have just a standard inner sleeve. 1999. All right. Blues Image is now at 31 with Arm Lozelle. So, Adam, you're out. I'm going to go ahead and sell Yvette ABBA for $33. And we have the official. It looks like an album. I got excited. I picked it up and I went, what is this? The Grateful Dead, 40 years so far. This is a sealed, mint condition sealed 2005 calendar. The official 2005 Grateful Dead 13th month calendar. Sealed. Man, this was $16 when it was brand new. That's more than I thought it would be brand new. 2004, $1 start. Grateful Dead calendar. Sealed. It's unused. $1 start. Grateful Dead calendar. Bananarama. 1999, Bananarama, True Confession. Bananarama, True Confession, 1999. I could have put that in a hot picture and like really messed with some people. They'd been like, what kind of record is that? 2005. Oh yeah, 2005. It has 2004 back here, so I guess it's a 2005 calendar. It was probably made in 2004. So my bad. Yes, 2005. It's probably made. It's probably copyrighted in 2004. So, okay. Eurythmics Touch is $24.99. Eurythmics Touch, $24.99. Yeah, that's a sealed promo calendar. Bob Seger, The Distance. We sold a Japanese pressing earlier. This one is near mint, $29.99. Bob Seger, $29.99. And Arlo Guthrie, Hobo's Lullaby. Wow, a white label promo. White label promo for Arlo Guthrie on Reprise, $29.99. Let's see. Adam Stine's out on Blues Image. This is sold to Arm Lozelle for $31. Grateful Dead calendar, 1/6/6/10/12. Gary Samuels was at 12. It's not on Discogs. Yeah, good luck finding one of those on Discogs. Let's see. Steve Botsford was first to touch. Susie, you were second. And Michael Nath is at 13 on the Grateful Dead. So I brought up a couple miscellaneous items to auction off. I'm in the back today trying to clear off the racks. And oh man, when we do that, because John finds stuff in record collections. He finds all kinds of stuff in record collections that aren't records, and he just lays them randomly on our shelves for me to find 5 years later. But this is a Simple Minds poster. I think this was for probably, I don't know if this was a customer giveaway or if it was specifically made for a record store. 1985 Simple Minds, Once Upon a Time. And it's actually perforated. And I think if you wanted to, you could, you know, it almost looks like record flats. You know what I'm talking about? So, but it is still one piece. And that's Simple Minds Once Upon a Time poster. That's also a $5 start. Simple Minds poster. Somebody put a sticker on it at one point, put Simple Minds promo poster. So that's what it looks like. Simple Minds poster, $5 start on that. Okay, Bad Company, Rough Diamonds. $19.99 for Bad Company, Rough Diamonds. John Cougar, his self-titled album, $19.99. Don't get this one as often as we do a lot of others. Really nice condition, $19.99. Yeah, I believe that was probably an in-store display. Diamonds Are Forever, also done by Shirley Bassey. Did the Goldfinger theme. Sean Connery, Diamonds Are Forever, $19.99. That was his last film. He actually came back to do that one. Best of Sticks, Gold Stamp promo, $24.99. Best of Sticks, $24.99. Fleetwood Mac, self-titled, $34.99. Fleetwood Mac, self-titled, $34.99. All right, final call on our Grateful Dead calendar. Michael Nath has this for $13. Michael Nath has that for $13. Stephen Roberts is at 10 on the Simple Minds poster. Those are both going twice, going 3 times. And R.J. Myers on the Bond soundtrack. That's sold to R.J. Myers. John Porter on Sticks. Sold to John Porter. The Dick Tracy's already sold. Somebody was in the store and they said, what do you want for it? And we just got done cleaning it. And I said $25 and we sold it. So, never say never again. But it's unofficial. That's true, Michael. I've got a rival Bond fan. Hank Williams Jr. Live, $24.99. That is true, though. Hank Williams Jr. Live, $24.99. I guess we're not rivals. We're fellow Bond fans. Alice Cooper, Flush the Fashion, $26.99. Flush the Fashion, $26.99. Lou Hetzer first on Hank. Simple Minds posters now at $12, but I'm going to go ahead and sell the Grateful Dead calendar. Grateful Dead calendar, $13. All right, I got 2 more miscellaneous items. And I'll get back to auctioning records. I'll actually put up another record as soon as the Simple Minds sells. But I thought this was pretty interesting. I never had seen one. And it's conveniently sized enough if we do need to ship it with records, we can. And this is the Ultimate Oz. I don't know if anybody would be interested in this or not, but I thought it was pretty cool. The Ultimate Oz, as in the Wizard of Oz. This is a box set. The first thing on top here is a script. I thought that's really cool. Unfortunately, it's not an original signed by Judy Garland. It's a 1993 copy that came with this box set. So it has this script. It has these nice glossy 8x10 photos. And it's VHS tapes. So it has the film and the making of a movie classic. $10 start. $10 start. 2 VHS tapes, the making of Wizard of Oz, those photos, this script book, And it's in this nice box set. I got to do something with this stuff. Do y'all realize how much this random stuff we have laying around this store? $10 start on that. Okay, Simple Minds posters at 12. Stephen Roberts back in at 14. Lou Hetzer, you got the Hank Live. And Lou Hetzer also got Alice Cooper. Marty's at 25 on Oz. Do It Yourself, Ian Dury and the Blockheads is $14.99. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Tarkus, $19.99. What a cover. It's a tank armadillo. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Tarkus, $19.99. And Hank Williams Sr., 24 Greatest Hits, Volume 2, $29.99. Brent Rabley's back in on the Simple Minds poster. Jimmy, the Fleetwood Mac is their self-titled 75 album. It is near mint. It is, yes, really nice copy. And it has the lyric insert with it. I don't know if somebody's outside or if that was the wind. Sounded like somebody was outside, though. Simple Minds 16, Lou Hetzer on Ian Dury. That's sold to Lou Hetzer. Vicky, give me 1 second, and I'll read off the Bad Company songs. And then Simple Minds 20, 18, 21. This album, what's Rough Diamonds? Electric Land, Unite the Knot, Nothing on the TV, Painted Face, Kick Down, Ballad of the Band, Cross Country Boy, Old Mexico, Downhill Rider, and Racetrack. James Bragg wants Fleetwood Mac. That is sold to James only if Jimmy Solace passes. Jimmy, that's yours if you want. If not, it's sold to James Bragg. Final call on the Wizard of Oz box set at $25. Final call on that. And final call on Simple Minds at $21. Well, actually not final call. They're still bidding on that. We got 3 bidders on the Simple Minds poster. Babe Ruth, Amar Caballero. I don't know how well I just said that, but Babe Ruth is $19.99. Adam Stein is bidding on the Oz box set. Adam Stein's at $26. Joe Wallace is at, Joe Wallace claims the Hank Williams Sr., Susie Breedlove on Babe Ruth, and Marty Ellis on Oz, $30. If Adam Stein's bidding on it, then I'm pricing it too cheap. I'm just joking. Adam's bought a lot of stuff from me and made some killer money. Right, Adam? Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever. Cat Scratch Fever, $19.99. Orange Epic label, really nice copy. Cat Scratch Fever, $19.99. Backtracking. Ooh. Oh, it's Them, Van Morrison. Them featuring Van Morrison, $19.99. Them featuring Van Morrison, $19.99. The Motels, All for One. The Motels, $19.99. All for one. Robert Palmer, Riptide, in shrink wrap with hop sticker. Addicted to Love includes Discipline of Love and Addicted to Love, $19.99. Okay, so back up to the top. Where were we on the Simple Minds poster? Stephen Roberts, final call. Stephen has that for 21. We were at 26 on Ozzy. Did we ever get this for Craig? We auctioned off the Saints album earlier tonight. Wizard is at 26. Did I pull Babe Ruth for Susie? Yes. Ozzy's at 30. Waiting list for Straight Shooter. Yes. Vicky, I've got you for that. Let's see. Steve Botsford on Ted Nugent. Tanner, that one was $19.99. Brent Hall was first to Them. Brent Hall was first to... Oh, that's not Them. Brent Hall was first to Them. Matt Kamer was second. Ozzy's at 35. I keep it all. I'm a hoarder. Ozzy at 35. And James Bragg first to Robert Palmer. Let's see. I don't think I missed anything there. There was a lot of different comments in between all that. But I am going to go ahead and sell the Simple Minds poster to Stephen Roberts for $21. Stephen Roberts gets that. I don't think anybody claimed Motel, Bad Company, or Emerson Lake, or John Cougar. That's still available, $19.99. All right, next auction. I was waiting to find that, let's see, TLC. I think this is a single Creep. Yeah. TLC Creep from 1994. $10 start. TLC Creep. It's actually a 2LP. 2LP. All right, so the high bid on Ozzy, Marty was in first at $35. This is the Ultimate Oz box set, the Definite Collector's Edition. 2 VHS, has the script with it and some photos. Gary Samuels is at 10 on TLC. Fleetwood Mac Live, $39.99. Fleetwood Mac Live, $39.99. Did my claim for them not come in? Let me figure out where you was at. Them, I have Ted, Steve Bossford got Ted Nugent. Bryn Hall got them. Matt Kamer got them. And Clay, I did not see your comment until right then or anything about them. So Fleetwood Mac is $39.99. Leslie's at 11 on TLC. And the Soul Survivors. The Soul Survivors has a little bit of a bend in the cover right there. The vinyl is really nice, and that is $29.99. The Soul Survivors. Alan Williams put Fly, F-L-Y. Alan, let me know what that was, unless that was a typo. It might have been for Fleetwood Mac. If that's not right, then let me know. Next on Fleetwood Mac was Lou Hetzer. That wasn't, I figured. FM auto-corrected to Fly. So Alan Williams got Fleetwood Mac, Lou Hetzer second, then James Bragg. The Ozzy Osbourne, no, the Oz, the Wizard of Oz VHS box sets at $40. Bonnie Raitt, The Glow. Bonnie Raitt is $9. I was like, what Ozzy record are we bidding on? It's the Ultimate Oz. Has nothing to do with the Prince of Darkness. The Glow, Bonnie Raitt, $9.99. TLC is at $13 with Leslie Holt. And we have Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. Sussudio, One More Night, Take Me Home, Inside Out. Great songs, $19.99. Leslie Holt first to Bonnie Raitt. The Wizard of Oz box sets at $42 with Marty Ellis. And I'm about to sell TLC if I don't see a bid pretty soon. And I'm going to put up another hits. What is this? Another Devo record. He, She, or It's Devo. It's a 1977 unofficial. I'm going to go ahead and start a third auction. Devo, He, She, or It's Devo. This is a 1977 unofficial. Near mint minus. It has a stain down here in the cover. This is a $20 start. Devo. He, She, or It's Devo. That's kind of hard to say. $20 start on that. The TLC record is Creep. It's about a VG cover, maybe VG Plus. Has some edge wear right here. It's a VG vinyl. We'll go ahead and call it a VG. It also has, yeah, it's a VG cover. It has a sing split right here. 1994. High bid is $15 with Leslie Holt. This is just a 12-inch single. Don't anybody think they're bidding on an album. TLC vinyl from the early 90s is very hard to come by. Usually they're not albums. They're 12-inch singles when I find them. 1994. High bid on that is Leslie Holt at 15. Paul Brothers now at 20. Now, but up at the top, we had Bonnie Raitt. We've already pulled out Oz, 45. Let's see, 15, Devo 20, Devo 20, Devo 21. Okay. And then, so the Oz box set, Wizard of Oz, Adam Stein's at $45. Marty Ellis is out. So, Adam, you have that for $45. You have that for $45. One more Bonnie Raitt album before I recap this crate. Bonnie Raitt, Sweet Forgiveness is $9.99. $9.99. Okay, so here's what's left in this bin. And then also let me let you know I've got one more crate of new vinyl, and I've got another crate of vintage, and we've got plenty more crates of auctions and recaps to do. So lots to show. It's already 9:30. If we take a break, it'll be at 10 o'clock, so I probably have time for at least one more crate. If not, we'll finish what we have left for part 2. You've already got your Chipotle? Okay, so we might not have to break. Tanner says he's already got his food. I feel pretty good, so we might not have to break. We might just finish the show in one full sweep. Yes, Termato, $14.99. Phil Collins, Hello, I Must Be Going, $19.99. The Fire Sign Theater is $14.99. Paul Simon is $14.99. Jimmy Buffett, You Had to Be There, $34.99. Four Tops Live in Concert, $14.99. Foreigner, Double Vision, $19.99. And Jethro Tull Broadsword, $19.99. $19.99. Okay, so back up to the top. Let me figure out where we're at on Devo and TLC. Okay, Adam says, give Oz to the last bidder. Marty Ellis, you were at $42. You were at $42. If you still want it for $42, let me know. And I'll make it a final call and I'll sell it to you. Because I think Adam says he's out. So if you're at $42, still Marty, let me know. And then we got TLC and Devo up for bid. High bid on Devo is $29. And high bid on TLC is $17 with Susie. Leslie Holt got the Bonnie Raitt from earlier. That's sold to Leslie Holt. Devo now $26 with Jeannie. And Phil Collins David was $19.99. Both of them in here are $19.99. Devo is at $29. James Bragg first on Jethro Tull. And Marty says he's out. We might have to completely restart it. Let's see here. TLC is at 20, and yeah, I mean, y'all were both bidding, and now both are out, so I'm kind of confused. Let me figure out if there was anybody else bidding. Francis Drennan was at $37. Maybe Francis wants it. Francis was at $37. I guess everybody had a change of heart all of a sudden on the Wizard of Oz. TLC is at 20. And Devo's at 30. Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom. That was $19.99. Uriah Heep, Sweet Freedom. Francis, it goes all the way back to you at $37. Do you want it? Or at least want it for that bid, and then I'm going to do a final call on it. Bananarama True Confessions is $19.99. Bananarama True Confessions. Bob Seger, The Distance, was $29.99. Arlo Guthrie, Hobo's Lullaby, $29.99. White Label Promo. $29.99. All right, so Francis says she's in at 37. Going once, going twice. Does anybody else want to bid? Except Marty or Adam. They're out. They're out completely. Francis at 37. John Cougar is $19.99. We have Tarkus, $19.99. Bad Company is $19.99. The Motels is $19.99. Soul Survivors, $29.99, and Phil Collins was $19.99. Okay, Devo out, Devo out. Let's update these two before I show that Wizard of Oz box set again. Devo, He, She, or It's Devo is a 1977 unofficial press, near mint minus. That is at $30 with Doctor's Ebo. $30, going once, going twice. Susie's at TLC. Creep at $25. That's going once, going twice. And Francis is at $37 on the Ultimate Oz box set, the Definite Collector's edition of The Wizard of Oz. And this has the script with it, has some photos, and if you can see this without me having to handle it all again, it's a 2 VHS box set is what that was. And high bid on that is $37. It has the making of The Wizard of Oz, The Wizard of Oz, and all we need is a copy of Dark Side of the Moon to sell with it. I should have put a copy of Dark Side of the Moon with that. Man, I missed out on a great opportunity. What am I thinking? David Bosworth for Phil Collins. No jacket required. That's sold to David Bosworth. And next is, how much is Phil? Heather, we just sold that one, but there is another one in here. Hello, I Must Be Going. It is $19.99. All right, Susie gets TLC for $25. Dr. Zebo gets Devo for $30. And I'm going to go ahead and sell this to Francis Drennan for $37. We're cleared the board. Okay, next auction. Next auction is, what do I got in here? King Crimson. And let's do a blues. Howlin' Wolf, his greatest hits. Chess Records reissue, Howlin' Wolf, his greatest sides, Volume 1. His greatest sides, Volume 1. That is a $15 start. Howlin' Wolf, his greatest sides. And King Crimson is a VG Plus Presswell press. 69 Presswell press, VG Plus condition, King Crimson. And that is a $25 start. $25 start on King Crimson. Okay, let's see here. If I've missed anything, let me know. Tracks, anything like that. I'm going to put up a crate of vinyl that has not been shown tonight, which is a crate of new vinyl right over here. Let me go grab that. We've got some new arrivals, maybe. Definitely some restocks we hadn't had in quite some time. We got bids on our current 2 auctions. I got King Crimson at a low start. A low start. Maybe to get some people interested. And we got new vinyl starting with Johnny Cash, $49.99. This is the American Recordings Volume 4, The Man Comes Around, with the song Hurt on it. The only way you can get it on vinyl, this right here, $49.99. Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone, $36.99. Adam Stein gets Johnny Cash. I think I have one more of those somewhere. Radiohead, Kid Amnesia, $69.99. Radiohead, $69.99. Kid Amnesia. The Rolling Stones, Bridges to Babylon, $49.99. Bridges to Babylon. High bid right now on King Crimson is Jenny Pinnell at $27. Jenny Pinnell at $27. And Howlin' Wolf is at what? Howlin' Wolf is at $20 with Michael Nath. He was in first. Michael Nath has that for $20. Let's see here. What about the flip crate? Which flip crate are you referring to? Susie, I will try to find you a Johnny Cash. If not, I will put you on a waiting list. I don't know where others may be. I may have to get more. Bridges to Babylon, $49.99. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz, and this is on silver vinyl with red swirls. Silver vinyl with red swirls, that is $42.99. And I also have it on, no, that's the same thing. This one just don't have a hype sticker. Yep, exact same thing. $42.99. $42.99. Metallica, In the City of Brotherly Love, limited edition, red vinyl. That's a 2LP live unofficial, $49.99. Final call on Howlin' Wolf at $20. The Essential, Johnny Cash, $36.99. And the Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge. So we got a couple albums of theirs from the 90s. Bridges to Babylon and Voodoo Lounge. Those are $49.99 and $49.99. I've only got one copy of Metallica, but I've ordered some. I've ordered some about every week or every night, it seems like. So Brett Mullen, you get this one, and Harry Masterson, if it's okay, I'll put you on a waiting list. Howlin' Wolf is sold to Michael Nath for $20, and high bid right now on the King Crimson is $30. I had a MoFi Janelli. Okay, that flip crate. Sorry, I post a lot of them sometimes, and I'll put that up for bid. I got MoFi Vanelli right here, and I'll do some Japanese stuff next too. This is a near mint 1980 Powerful People Gino Vanelli MoFi pressing. $20 start. Gino Vanelli, Powerful People MoFi. Original master recording from Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. $20 start on that. Genie's out on King Crimson. This is a 1969 VG Plus. What pressing plant? Presswell. Presswell. High bid on that is $30 with RM Lozelle. What year is the Metallica? Well, based on the cover, it looked like, it don't say. I think it's, well, that's got to be, I don't know. That's got to be 90. I'm trying to date it if that's the actual picture from the show, but I can't tell you that for sure. I don't know. Harry said he was probably there. I was about to say mid-90s, but late 90s. Yeah, definitely 90s. I was going to say mid-90s. I mean, it's post-Black Album for sure. I don't think it's into the 2000s. So you can look at their haircuts and date bands, right? Or just the way they look. So, no, it's not newer. Okay. So Gino Vanelli's at 20. King Crimson's at 31. Dan says November 23rd, 1998. The Smiths, Hatful of Hollow, $39.99. The Smiths, Hatful of Hollow. 16 tracks. This is a remaster, $39.99. XTC Skylarking. XTC Skylarking, $34.99. $34.99. XTC Skylarking. Yeah, Jason Newsted looks like he was there on bass, so it was from And Justice for All up until whenever he quit. Somewhere right in that era. Okay, we're back in at 32 on that. Final call, never mind. Steve Bosford's at 22 on Gino. MoFi pressing. Steve's in at 22. The cover on King Crimson is also a VG Plus. It has a little bit of edge wear right here. The important part, the front's nice. Gatefold. Edge wear up here. Edge wear along the bottom. Has a lot of edge wear on it. A little bit of a seam split going on. I mean, it's hard to call that a VG, but it's a VG Plus. We'll call it that. We'll call it a VG Plus. Arm Lazelle's at 32. Gino Vanelli's at 23. All right, some XTC, Belinda Daub. XTC Skylarking, 200 gram. Arctic Monkeys, $29.99. I ordered this because there was a lot of people interested in the Vinyl Me Please copy we had, and I've never had this album before. Arctic Monkeys. Whatever people say I am, that's not... Let me read that again. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Sounds fair. $29.99. AC/DC, Who Made Who? $31.99. Who Made Who? $31.99. There's TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool, $36.99. $36.99. Hey, there's Creep, $36.99. TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool, $36.99. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, $36.99. And we got a restock of Pink Floyd, The Wall, $49.99. 2LP remaster, Pink Floyd, The Wall. I'm pretty much going to take a waiting list on TLC. It's been a while since I've had that album. I figured there'd be lots of people want it. I need to do a final call on King Crimson. Arm Lazelle was at $32. I'm about to sell it to him. Gino Vanelli is now at $25. And back up to the top, Alan Williams was first to TLC. Alan Williams, you get that. And then we have Gino, 24, now 25 with David. But James Bragg and Susie on a waiting list. And then Yvette on NWA. Yvette Vergara on NWA. Gino, 25. Stephen Chesney, Susie, and Gloria all on Pink Floyd, The Wall. Very nice. Harry's in at 33 on King Crimson. Harry's in at 33 on King Crimson. Harry Masterson. All right, so Arm Lazelle, you're out on that. And Steve Botsford, you're out on Gino. If one of y'all end up stop bidding, please say out, and I'm going to probably sell it to one or the other. Let's go through that crate one more time. So we had Slipknot, All Hope Is Gone, orange vinyl, $36.99. Radiohead, $69.99. Rolling Stones, Bridges to Babylon, $49.99. Ozzy's on colored vinyl, silver with red swirls, $42.99. The Essential Johnny Cash, $36.99. And there's another Bridges to Babylon I got out of place. Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge, $49.99. And the Smiths is $39.99. XTC Skylarking, $34.99. Arctic Monkeys, $29.99. AC/DC, $31.99. And Brent Hall Wants a Wall. Pink Floyd is $49.99. 2LP remaster. Comfortably Numb. That's all I got to say. Comfortably Numb. $49.99. Okay. David's out on Gino Vanelli. Steve, that looks like that's going to you. Final call for 26. Arm Lazelle's out on King Crimson. Harry, that may be going to you for where was we at? 33. Harry Mastering. KC in at 33. Final call on those. Let's see. Colin Butler says he'll take a Smiths. Sell that to Colin Butler. Anybody else before I grab the next bin of vintage stuff? I'm going to grab another bin. I'm going to leave that right here. Let me go ahead and condense it with some other stuff from earlier. Let me go ahead and do some condensing. There's a Pearl Jam from earlier. We got a lot of empty crates already tonight. That's a good thing. Not only are we selling stuff, but we really need empty crates. Right, Tanner? We need empty crates. All right, let me grab that next bin of vintage. When I come back, I'm putting up new auctions because I'm ending these. There's an empty crate. Selling a lot of new vinyl tonight. That's always a good thing. Like to sell. Let's see what's in this next crate here. Ah, very nice. I've been wondering where some of these were. I knew there was a bunch of them from that collection. Here they all are. They're all together, too. Let me mix them up. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Let me mix all these up, too. All right. There's too much back-to-back. Let me mix all this up right quick. I don't know if I'm going to get all of it, but I'll try my best. But there's several of the same artist. But I don't know. Some people like that. You get a chance to buy multiple copies all at the same time. So, okay. Let's see. Gino Vanelli goes to Steve Botsford for 26. King Crimson is sold to Harry Masterson for 33. VG Plus copy of that. Let's see. Vicky wants a Pink Floyd. I don't think anybody else claimed one. That's our last copy of The Wall. Definitely need to order more of those. Pink Floyd The Wall, that's sold to Vicky. And next crate of vintage. Not before we put up new auctions. The new auctions will be Muddy and the Wolf. That's always good. And I've got a Peter Tosh album. Bet y'all didn't know we was going to bring out some more reggae tonight. Muddy and the Wolf with Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Bill Wyman, Charlie Watts, Paul Butterfield, Mike Bloomfield, Otis Spann. Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf. Muddy and the Wolf with all those other amazing musicians I just said. This is a really nice near mint reissue. Chess Records. It is really, really nice. Near mint. $20 start on that. Muddy and the Wolf. And then we got Peter Tosh, Bush Doctor. Peter Tosh, Bush Doctor. This is a 78 Presswell. It's on the Rolling Stones tongue label, as I call it. Has the hype sticker. gold stamp promo and has a promo timing strip on it. Peter Tosh is a $25 start. Bush Doctor. Peter Tosh, Bush Doctor. All right, new vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. Here we go. Let's see what's in here. Bob Seger, Live Bullet, $29.99. Live Bullet, this one has some edge wear on the spine, but it is a nice copy. Very clean vinyl, $29.99. Leonard Skinner, Legend, $34.99 for Leonard Skinner Legend, $34.99. We sold one of those the other night. Leonard Skinner Legend. Robin Trower, Bridge of Sighs, $24.99. Bridge of Sighs, that's a great song, $24.99. Blue and White Chrysalis label. Yes, 90125. Yes is $19.99. Owner of A Lonely Heart, original inner sleeve, nice copy. Yes, $19.99. Come Together, Ike and Tina Turner, Ike and the Ikeettes. EX Condition, $24.99. EX Condition, $24.99. This is, I know it's Edgar and Johnny. What's it called? Johnny and Edgar Winter Together. Johnny and Edgar Winter Together. Wow, that's really nice. $19.99. And Billy Joel the Piano Man. Billy Joel the Piano Man. $19.99. The Piano Man. All right. Let's go back up to the top. Muddy Water. Let me make sure there's no claims before that. I don't see any. Nope. Muddy Waters 5060. Heather Perry first on Yes. Steve Botsford, you were second. Heather Perry first on Leonard Skinner. Back to back for Heather. And no other claims so far. John Hyatt, Warming Up to the Ice Age, $14.99. John Hyatt, Warming Up to the Ice Age. A couple people out on Muddy Waters. Michael Nath is at 60. Dixie Dregs, What If, $9.99. Dixie Dregs, What If. Red Rider, As Far As I Am. Finally, this is the one with Lunatic Fringe on it, $19.99. Red Rider. Red Rider, $19.99. You'll be happy with that one. Steve Botsford on JH. That was John Hyatt, sold to Steve Botsford. And The Police, Synchronicity, a purple vinyl OG. Steve Botsford first, the Red Rider. Steve's fast tonight. I'm looking for a $25 start on the Peter Tosh. I see no bids yet. Peter Tosh Bush Doctor is a $25 start. Steve was first the Red Rider, then James Bragg, then Brent Hall, then Wayne, and then Gwen. I can't have enough of those, I can promise you that. Muddy Waters and the Wolf. Muddy and the Wolf is at $60 with Michael Nath. Final call. Tosh is at $25. The Police is $29.99. Synchronicity, $29.99. Ooh, Bad Company, $24.99. Bad Company, self-titled. Very nice copy, $24.99. I was going to auction that one, but it's a buy it now, $24.99. Sweet, Desolation Boulevard. This one has their hit song Ballroom Blitz on it, $24.99. Sweet, Ballroom Blitz, $24.99. They need obviously a reissue of Bad Company self-titled as well. You can tell the OG stuff when we have a minimum 4 or 5 people comment. To me, that automatically probably means we need some kind of repressing of it. Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love, $19.99. But I can't tell you the last time they pressed that. It's been a while. All righty. So Michelle Phillips was first to that. And Tanner, it was $24.99. That was Bad Company. And Marty Ellis was first to Sweet. I'm about to sell Muddy and the Wolf for $60. And high bid on Peter Tosh is Arm Lazelle at $26. That just got a bid. And Chuck Wilson is first to Bruce Springsteen. He's Vamp something to something on YouTube. Jeff Beck Flash, The Police was $29.99. Jeff Beck Flash, $19.99. Jeff Beck Flash. And Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, $34.99. Steely Dan, The Royal Scam, $34.99. All right, Muddy Waters and the Wolf. Muddy and the Wolf is sold to Michael Nath for $60. Sold to Michael Nath for $60. I've got another blues comp back here. This is John Lee Hooker, Madman Blues. Near Mint, 2 LP, John Lee Hooker, Madman Blues. I thought it was a gatefold, but it's not. You've been waiting for that? Yeah, so I have that entire crate. I'm trying to knock all those out on auction. Here's the next one. It has a crease right here in the corner. John Lee Hooker Madman Blues. That's a $20 start. Craig's at 27 on the Peter Tosh. Alan Williams first to Steely Dan. Then James Bragg, then Adam Stein. And Peter Tosh is at 28. Toto, self-titled. Toto is $19.99. Toto, $19.99. Hold the line. REO Speedwagon 2. REO Speedwagon 2, $19.99. REO Speedwagon 2. And Leonard Skinner, one more From the Road, 2 LP live album. Leonard Skinner, $34.99. Peter Tosh, 28. Hooker, 25, 20, and 24. We've already got 25 of Gary Samuels. Craig's out on Tosh. That means the last bid I seen was Aram Lozelle at 28. Steve Botsford first to Toto. Steve Botsford first to Toto. And Born in the USA. And this has the insert with it, $19.99. Also has the lyric insert. Really nice copy, $19.99 for Born in the USA. Joe Walsh, but seriously, folks, $19.99. Joe Walsh and the Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers is $24.99. Peter Tosh is at 28 with Aram Lozelle. Sold to Aram Lozelle, Peter Tosh, $28. Let me grab another auction. I hadn't done a Japanese pressing in a while, and we've got an entire crate. What we don't go through for auction tonight, I'll put up as a bite now at the end. But let's do this ABBA. I think this is the hits compilation. Yeah. This is 24 ABBA greatest hits. There was a lot of interest earlier in Voulez Va. Oh, man, I've already forgot. ABBA is a 2 LP hits compilation. Gatefold, really nice cover. Has this lyric insert with it. English and in Japanese. And this is absolutely near mint. And this is going to be a $35 start. ABBA's 24 greatest hits. $35 start on that. ABBA, $35 start. Okay, John Lee Hooker's at 24, now 30, now 33. Carlene wants Born in the USA. And the punk stuff starts Friday and will continue through Saturday. Friday and Saturday. Michael Nath. Oh, too late, Michael. You're at 235 on ABBA. I got to take it. Jimmy Buffett, One Particular Harbor, $19.99. Jimmy Buffett, One Particular Harbor, $19.99. One Particular Harbor, $19.99. Need to put back, yeah, that's what would have happened. Let's see. Jimmy Buffett, Changes in Latitudes. I was about to say, Michael Nath really likes ABBA. He really needs some dancing queen in his life. Jimmy Buffett, Changes in Latitudes, $19.99. John Lee Hooker is called Man Man Blues. Crease corner. Other than that, super glossy and nice. Vinyl is near mint and looks unplayed. That's from the Bowling Green collection. Very, very nice. High bid on that. The high bid on that is $33 of Gary Samuels. I don't have any other Kiss records to auction tonight. No more Kiss tonight, Wade. 33. ABBA is at 35 with Michael Nath. And Alice Lowry was first at, well, which one do you want, Alice? Changes in Latitudes or One Particular Harbor? John Lee Hooker, 35 and 35. J.J. Kell, Troubadour. This is a 1976 Portugal pressing. 76 Portugal pressing, J.J. Kell, Troubadour. J.J. Kell, Troubadour, $34.99. Over the Edge, It Really Happened. 1979, $34.99. Over the Edge soundtrack, $34.99. Over the Edge. John Lee Hooker, 35. Alice Lowry, Changes. That was Jimmy Buffett. Alice Lowry gets Changes. Jimmy Buffett, One Particular Harbor, $19.99. And we have This looks so familiar. The Blasters, Hardline. The Blasters, 1999. All right, final call on ABBA, 35. And Adam has John Lee Hooker for 35, final call. Still don't have my invoice. I will have to ask Josh about that. Either it got overlooked or it didn't go through or something happened, Gavin. I'm not real for sure. I have not looked at an invoice in probably a year, which is a good thing because it's very time-consuming hard work that Josh, and when we create them, and Doug packing. Whew. I'm glad I have a good staff here. If I didn't have Tanner, my mom, Doug, John, Ed, man, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. Blackfoot Strikes is 1999. It's like yeah. I used to try to do it all, but I used to not sell as much either. What did I just say? Toto, Isolation, 1999. Yeah, I didn't mention Seth. Bad Company, Desolation Angels, 1999. Bad Company, Desolation Angels. So he's not here. I'm not going to give him credit anyway, right, Tanner? Actually, he's kind of under the weather. Me and Tanner don't feel 100% either. I think the trip kind of made us. And then Seth's in a pharmacy all day, so he never feels. He's always sickly, catching stuff from sick people. So, okay. It's Tado. That's one way to say it. Let's see here. Angela Leckington, Over the Edge. Did I miss something? Over the Edge. That's so to Angela Leckington. 36 on John Lee Hooker. Michael Nath on Blackfoot Strikes. Blackfoot Strikes. And let's sell this to Michael Nath for $35. ABBA. That's sold to Michael Nath. Bad Company. Rock and Roll Fantasy, right? Rock and Roll Fantasy. This song has a lot of deep cuts on it. It's very good. Crazy Circles, Gone, Gone, Gone. Adam Stein's at 40 on John Lee Hooker. All right, let's do Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love. Tunnel of Love, Japanese pressing. I guess I've had this one before, but not often. Tunnel of Love is a $45 start. Japanese pressing, Tunnel of Love, $45 start. There's the near mint pristine vinyl. There is the insert. It's actually a lyric. No, that's an inner sleeve. Insert and really nice cover with Obi. Bruce is a $45 start. $45 start. Jeff Beck, 1999. Jethro Tull Benefit. This one looks a little odd. Looks different colors. Jethro Tull Benefit, 1999. Jethro Tull Benefit, 1999. What's it got in it? It's a chrysalis inner sleeve too. It's got two inner sleeves with it. The Taj Mahal, I have not seen that since I packed it up. I will try. So that collection I bought yesterday had a lot of new sealed stuff, and that Taj Mahal was just mixed in with that. I don't know if that's a newer pressing or what, but I will try to figure out where that is, and I'll have it in the next 72 hours for sale right here. That inner sleeve is what was the original for this one, but I'm just going to keep it behind the cover because these plastic inner sleeves aren't too good once they get wrinkled up. So, all right, John Lee Hooker's at 40. Bruce Springsteen's at 45. Chad, of all the vinyl not sold as they go in the store. Yeah, we keep them in these crates, and we probably have a couple hundred crates that's stacked up all over the store. And then plus we got bins, like normal record store bins, and we put them in those as well. Nothing's in order here. There's nothing in really in alphabetical order except some of our new vinyl. It drives people crazy, but it's impossible to keep stuff in order the way we sell records. The Best of Party Rock, $14.99. The Best of Party Rock. We would need a full-time ABC order person. Leonard Skinner, $64.99. This does have both inserts with it. $64.99, and it's a pretty nice copy. Leonard Skinner Street Survivors, original Flames cover, $64.99. And Leon Russell, Carney Leon Russell, $19.99. Okay, let's go ahead and sell John Lee Hooker to Adam Stein for $40. Jerry Stone gets Bruce Springsteen for $45. So Adam Stein 40, Bruce Springsteen 45, Jerry Stone. Thank you, Jerry. And I'm going to put this up for auction. I definitely can't show this too long on Facebook. Oh my gosh. But it's a Marilyn Monroe picture disc. You probably know what I'm covering up. This is a 1984 made in Denmark. They also made an Elvis and a Michael Jackson and a golden earring and a Hendrix. And let me see what the backside looks like. It may be a little bit less, it may be a little bit more G-rated. Yeah, it's not as bad. Okay? This is going to be a $25 start. $25 start, Marilyn Monroe. Exclusive picture disc. How late do these auctions go to? Well, sometimes we take a break, but we're usually here until midnight. We're usually here until midnight Central Time. There's Marilyn. You caught a quick peek. She's completely nude. $25 start on that. 1984 Denmark. And if you're curious, she's singing. That is something you can actually listen to. Lou Reed Live is our next auction. 1975 near mint on tan labels. Lou Reed Live. Lou Reed Live. RCA tan label. That is a $25 start. Near mint minus Lou Reed Live. Brent Hall is in at $35 on Marilyn Monroe. Rubber Soul is $34.99. This is a purple capital label. Yes, we do these almost every night. Hopefully next Monday, we can do a show too and do 6 shows next week. That way I can have that, I can do at least some cassettes or CDs or something I've been wanting to do. We have so much random stuff in the back. So, Toto, Turn Back, 1999. Gloria First on the Beatles. And Toto 4. Toto 4, 1999. Marilyn Monroe, I don't remember what I said. What did I say, 25 or 35? I'm pretty sure I said 25. I'm pretty sure I said 25. So I've got Marilyn Monroe at, I don't want it to fall out. Marilyn Monroe at $25, yes. This is American history here. The centerfold to the first Playboy. The centerfold to the first Playboy, Marilyn Monroe. I got Brent Hall at $25. This has Africa on it. Okay? In case you need a reminder, 1999. And we have Toto Hydra. We got 3 Toto albums there. Hydra, 4, and Turn Back. Van Halen, $49.99, 1984. 1984. Nice copy. $49.99. Van Halen, 1984. Jocko gets Toto Africa. Marty, he just claimed that. That's a nice copy of... by the way, I've had some people say, Chad, I got a misprint. All of the back covers are upside down. You don't have a misprint. That's how they all are. I've had people send me that, asking me about it. I'm like, that's how they all are. Marty Ellis was second. Jocko gets Toto. Marilyn Monroe is at 34. If anybody wants Lou Reed, quick buy it now. $25. Lou Reed Live. It is near mint minus 1975 tan labels. Has a little bit of cover wear right there. But, so yeah, that picture of Marilyn Monroe was the centerfold of the very first Playboy issue, which, by the way, is worth a fortune. If you have one laying around your house, let me know. I would love to buy it from you because they are worth quite a bit of money, as in thousands. So those very first issues are very pricey. People ask me all the time, do I buy Playboy collections? And I say, no, unless you have some from the 50s or very early 60s, then no. But man, people ask me all the time. Steve Walsh. We had somebody give us a bunch from the 70s one time, and then I had to give them away because I didn't know. I was like, you can't put them out in the store, you know. Steve Walsh is 1999, lead singer of Kansas, 1999. There Goes the Neighborhood, Joe Walsh, 1999. There Goes the Neighborhood, Joe Walsh, 1999. And Joe Walsh, You Bought It, You Name It. Joe Walsh is 1999. Very cool. Sing It Again, Rod. The one that looks like a whiskey glass. This is 1999. This is a Rod Stewart compilation. Sing It Again, Rod. 1999. That has some great music on it. George Thorogood and the Destroyers is in Shrink Wrap. That is 1999. George Thorogood and Steve Miller Band, The Joker. All of a sudden, we're getting a lot of copies of that. I never could find one, or never do have a lot for y'all to buy, and now we have one all the time. All right, next Japanese auction is Atlanta Rhythm Section. Atlanta Rhythm Section. Are you ready? 2LP live, Atlanta Rhythm Section, Japanese press. That is a $35 start. $35 start. Gatefold, live Atlanta Rhythm Section. Red Polydor label, near mint. I must have not said the price on the Joker. Give me 1 second. But yeah, Atlanta Rhythm Section is a $35 start. ARS. ARS. Okay, Marilyn Monroe is at 37. Jerry Stone, any new puzzles? I have not got any new puzzles, and Captain Fantastic has not come in, Jerry. No to both of your questions. I need to look and see what they have in stock. I may try to get some for next week. Marilyn Monroe 37, Marilyn Monroe 40. James Bragg said Joe Walsh times 2. James, there was 2 there. Yes, those are both sold to James Bragg. Brent's out on Marilyn Monroe. Leslie Holt first to Rod Stewart. Tanner, that one was $19.99. And then Claymore and Brent both asked the price on Joker. Joker is near mint. Yeah, no condition notes on this one. $24.99. Clay, it's yours. If you pass, then it could be Brent's. Jeff H. is at 35 on Atlanta Rhythm Section. So if you missed out earlier, we have a Marilyn Monroe picture disc here. I'm having to cover her up for right now. High bid is at $40 with Adam Stein. I don't think he's going to back out on this. Right, Adam? And this is a 19... I can show you the back. 1984 Denmark. I can also show you the back side of it. It's she's actually wearing some clothes on that one. But yes, that is her actually singing. That is her actually singing. Okay. Well, I'm showing it again. I gotta be careful with this nude stuff. We've had a lot of nudity on this show lately. We got to stop that, right, Tanner? Way too much. We sold all the Electric Ladyland last night. Steve Walsh is $19.99. This is a family-friendly show. Clay Morris said sold on the Joker. And Leonard Skinner's first and last. Leonard Skinner's first and last. By the way, the Leonard Skinner flame covers is still in this crate. What the heck? $34.99 for Leonard Skinner first and last. Jeff Beck Wired, $19.99. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels Greatest Hits, $19.99. And James Taylor Mudslide Slim, $19.99. $19.99. James Taylor Mudslide Slim. That's an OG press on that label. All right, Scott Smith said sold. That was on the Steve Walsh, lead singer of Kansas. Nobody wanted Lou Reed earlier. I'm going to put it back in the crate. That is a $25 buy it now if anybody wants Lou Reed live. Lou Reed from the Velvet Underground. All right. Adam Stein gets Maryland for $40. That's sold to Adam Stein. And let's see here. Atlanta Rhythm Section is sold to Jeff H. for $35. And I'm going to go through this crate one more time. Really good stuff still in there. Not before I start a couple more auctions. Let me start a couple more auctions. I got another Devo record. And yeah, I got a, let me do that. Devo. Devo, and I got another Japanese pressing of something. I'll show Asia, self-titled. Asia is a $45 start. Japanese press. I can't say much more about it other than it is pristine. That is $45 start. Asia, self-titled. $45 start on that. And we have Devo. What is this called? Well, this may be their first album. 78 UK. I think it is. Devo, self-titled. Just don't see this too often. No, Be Stiff. It still may be their first album. I'm not for sure. 78's awfully early. I need some help with this one. 78 UK Devo, Be Stiff. $35 start. It is a near mint 1978 UK press. $35 start. What's to the crate to your left? We can go through it in a second, but it's all new vinyl. It's got a good selection in it. Got a real good selection in it. We'll go through it in just a second. Okay. Lou Reed 15. I can't do 15, but I will do $20 on it, Matt. I'll do $20 on that Lou Reed that didn't get a bid if you want it. Okay, so Bob Seger, Live Bullet, $29.99. Robin Trower is still available, $24.99. Come Together, Ike and Tina Turner is EX, $24.99. Johnny and Edgar Winter, $19.99. I figured Scott Smith would buy this. He may already have 5 copies, but $19.99 on that. Billy Joel, The Piano Man, $19.99. And Dixie Dregg's What If, $9.99. Matt says thumbs up to the Lou Reed at $20. Thank you. That's sold to Matt. Scott Smith on Johnny Winter. I used my ESP there and Jedi Powers to convince Scott Smith to buy that. Devo is a bootleg. I don't know. I don't think it is. But I may be wrong. It certainly doesn't look like one. Man Ray Inc., 77 Boujah Boy Records, 78 Stiff Records, all rights manufactured. I mean, it has all the proper markings. But I don't know if it's a bootleg. But I don't know. That's like I said, first time me really getting to look at it. Wasn't on first time. Aha. Brent Rabley put comp. I think he may be saying, I don't know. Maybe saying the Devo's a comp. $45 start on Asia. The Police, Synchronicity. This is on purple vinyl. Purple vinyl. I know it looks black, but I promise you it's purple. Jeff Beck Flash, $19.99. REO Speedwagon 2, $19.99. One More From the Road, $34.99. Be Stiff was a... yes, I know for sure that was a single. That's a song Devo has. But I'm not real for sure. Dregs Condition, What If, that is near mint. Really nice. Capricorn Records. Shane, The Police is $29.99. The Police is $29.99. Purple vinyl. Joe Walsh, but seriously, folks, $19.99. The Blues Brothers, $24.99. J.J. Kell Troubadour is a 76 Portugal, $34.99. And Jimmy Buffett, One Particular Harbor, $19.99. The Blasters, Hardline, $19.99. And Toto Isolation, $19.99. Floyd wants the Dixie Dregs. It's a comp with 6 songs, yes, and start on Devo. Right now, the high bid on Devo is James Bragg has it for $37. Devo, $37. All right. Does Skinner have Freebird? I do not. Well, unless you buy the live one. Yeah, this is a live one. Yes, it does have Freebird on it. That's a live album. One More From the Road, $34.99. Shane does want the Police. The song Freebird was on their very first album, pronounced Leonard Skinner. Shane gets the Police. If anybody wants Asia, one of our best-selling Japanese pressings, they sound amazing too. That is a $45 buy it now. Very cool. Amazing artwork, especially with the Japanese quality of it. Very cool Obi as well. $45 buy it now on Asia self-titled. Asia self-titled, $45 buy it now. Bad Company, Desolation Angels, $19.99. Jeff Beck is $19.99. Jethro Tull Benefit, also $19.99. And The Best of Party Rock, $14.99. Leonard Skinner Street Survivors, $64.99. And this has both inserts with it. This has the merchandise insert. And it has the tour date schedule that I don't think ever, for sure, never did really happen. So, $64.99. This is the album that was released and then recalled due to the nature of the artwork, since it happened very soon after the plane crash. All right. Let's see here. Vicky said sold, and that was on Leonard Skinner. Devo is now at $40. John Porter said RT, $20. Oh, he did? Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess it's cheaper than I missed it now, huh? Tanner said you claimed this earlier and then I missed it. And I guess now I got to sell it to you for $20 since I missed your first claim. Or we could split the difference and I could sell it to you for $22 since really I'm not in the official discounting section right now. What year is on the Party Rock? The Best of Party Rock is artists such as, it's got a wide range on it. The actual year it was made is 1983. But it has artists such as the Supremes and the Archies and the Turtles and the Monkees and the Lovin' Spoonful and Dion and Little Eva and the Box Tops. That's a pretty good one. $14.99. John said, okay. Yeah, we'll split the difference. I guess I missed it earlier. $22 on Robin Trower. Leon Russell, $19.99 in shrink wrap. Toto was $19.99. Toto Hydra was $19.99. Van Halen was $49.99. Really nice copy. OG of 1984. George Thorogood is $19.99. Leonard Skinner's First and Last, $34.99. Jeff Beck Wired, $19.99. Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels, $19.99. And James Taylor, Mudslide Slim, $19.99. Okay, Devo. Brent Ravely has this for $40. Final call. Final call on that. Final call on that. Jimmy, I will do $45 on Van Halen, and it will be sold to you. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to condense a couple crates and go ahead and show some stuff. I guess we have time for one more quick auction, and then I'm going to take a very late break. I got to get some more stuff ready for y'all and go back through stuff. So here's what we'll do. Closer look at George. That was George Thorogood. If you're a hardcore Collectibles fan, you'll come back when we resume part 2. We'll go back through everything again tonight, and we will make it a buy it now best offer. So if you missed something earlier tonight, or if you didn't miss, or if you had your eye on something, it will now be buy it now best offer. It won't be half off. It may not even be 20% off, but we can talk price, and we'll go back through everything, and then I may do a crate of on sale, or maybe 2 crates of on sale. But it'll be like it'll be obviously a late start, 11, but we'll probably go from 11 to midnight and for part 2. But I kind of need to do a reset, and also probably resetting the feed. Maybe we'll re-notify some people. Harry Masterson sold on George Thorogood and Tanner. It was $19.99, no sticker on that. Devo is sold to Brent Ravely for $40. And actually, before I get too deep in anything else, I'll go ahead and pause there so we can come back earlier. We'll do a 30-minute break. It's about to be 10:25, so we'll come back about a few minutes before 11. And you don't have anything else to do. No one's got to go to work tomorrow. No one's got to get up tomorrow. Just, you can come back with us. Go ahead, fix you a cup of coffee, drink you an energy drink, chew some gum, come back and see us in about 30 minutes. I'm going to find some more water, and then I'm going to find some food, and then we'll be back and we'll keep selling records. I'll go back through everything, and we'll do some on-sale stuff. We may do that sooner than later, just so y'all can come back right away. And Jimmy said sold on Van Halen for $45. We're going to sell that to Jimmy for $45. So yeah, go take your break, and when we come back, we may go through some crates from like that Bowling Green collection that we haven't really put on discount. So that's sold to Jimmy, and Joe's going to go ahead and take the Street Survivors. Joe, thank you. I was getting concerned. Usually that's like I usually use this as a promotion, like, look what we got. So do you. That's got the inserts with it too. Very cool copy. That's a collection essential. All right, I'm going to end the feed. We'll be back in about 30 minutes. Thanks, everybody. We'll have some on-sale stuff for part 2. Please come back. That will be at about 5 to 11 approximately. If you hop on at 11,